receiver, a 6', 220-pound junior, number 43.
Live from Pace Stadium in Pleasantville, New York, the Pace Sports Network and NE10 Now proudly present Pace University Setters football. Hello and welcome, everybody. It's been almost 2 years. Mike McGinnis on the call. And, of course, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's game is sponsored by New York Presbyterian, the official hospital of Pace Athletics. New York Presbyterian is one of the nation's most comprehensive integrated academic health care delivery systems dedicated to providing the highest quality, most compassionate care and service to patients in the New York metropolitan area, nationally, and throughout the globe. And it's been almost 2 years, and I have my new partner, number 14 on your scorecard, number 1 in your hearts, Josiah Darnell. Welcome to the football booth. We've been waiting for you.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it, man. And I got to tell you, it feels great to be back.
And, of course, the Setters hosting AIC, Northeast 10 rival tonight. The Yellow Jackets come in. So it's going to be great to get back to the gridiron here. Setters come in 0-1 with no record in the NE10 conference. Last time out, the Setters lost at East Stroudsburg 35-14. What did you see in that game, Josiah?
Yeah, well, with that one, you just saw how effectively East Stroudsburg was able to run the football. They gave the Setters gave up 300 rushing yards to them, and you know what you running the ball that drains out the clock as well. And then you're not getting your defense off of the field. Offense couldn't really get much going. They were 2 for 12 on third down conversions. That's about 16%. You can't have that. You got to be able to convert on third down. You got to be able to stop the run. Offensive line gave up 7 sacks. So those are just the little things that you got to tweak up, especially for this game. This right here is a bounce-back game for the Setters.
And the Setters fell down 21-0 early in that one.
Yep.
Ramir Tan-Davis, though, had a nice game, 94-yard TD kickoff return, 6 catches for a $147 through the air and a touchdown. Carlton Aiken, 10 of 23, 198 yards, a touchdown, 62 yards rushing, however, sacked 7 times.
Yes, exactly. And that's the thing. And I think that's a key part to the Setters winning this game. That's got to be the game plan. You want to be able to control the line of scrimmage. And I tell you right now, folks, the matchup to watch right there on that O-line will be between center Kevin Choate and the defensive tackle Isaiah Tober. That's got to be the one that you want to keep your eyes on throughout the course of this game.
Of course, Coach Andy Rondo, want to wish him the best of luck here in tonight's matchup. Good to see him back on the sidelines. Yellow Jackets come in 1-0, no record in the NE10 conference. They won at Millersville 14-9. Jason DeMille, 11 of 20, 160 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 64 yards rushing. AIC defense allowed just 238 yards, 15 penalties for 126 yards for AIC. Boy, the Setters got to hope they can do that to them tonight. They have a good chance of winning if they can get them to be so undisciplined.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And even if we go back to the last game played here, which was Pace versus AIC, senior game back in November of 2019, AIC had 10 penalties in that game as well. Pace only had about 4 or 5. So you want to get them out of the character. You want to get them to be undisciplined. That way you can capitalize on the turnovers, on the lost yards. Those are the type of stats that don't come up on the stat sheet when you talk about those hidden yards.
So, again, we're seconds away here. And, again, good to see some of the staff here as well. Yeah. And Antonio Giannico here. And, of course, we have other staff members as well walking in here, watching the game tonight. We're going to send this momentarily here to Tony Soares to have a special announcement, singing of the national anthem. Of course, tomorrow will be the 20th anniversary of September 11th. So there's going to be a moment of silence for that as well. Good crowd here tonight. So let's send this now to the field for the public address.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you to please rise as we recognize a moment of silence. Tomorrow marks the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks against our country. We continue to mourn the tragic loss of lives and injuries, and our deepest sympathies go out to the victims, their families, and friends. The Pace University football team this evening is wearing a special helmet decal to honor all of those who lost their lives that day. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
And welcome back live here to Pace Stadium. We're going to have the coin toss here momentarily. Opening home night here 2021 for the Pace Setters. Their first football game in almost 2 years as they take on the AIC Yellow Jackets NE10 rivalry matchup here. And once again, fast start is probably something we want to see here from the Setters tonight, Josiah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You want to get out and you want to start to control the pace of this game. If you get in here and you strike first, you make AIC in the defensive setting, and they got to be able to bounce back and counter-strike the things that you're doing. You want to be able to get that run game going. You didn't produce that many run yards against East Stroudsburg. You only had about 88, so you want to be able to get Kashmir Jackson going. You want to be able to get Brandon Saboko going. Get that run game going so it can open up things in the pass. That's how you start to win the game. The last time these two teams played, they were balanced. They had about 190 on in the air and about 200 on the ground. So get back to that.
So AIC wins the toss, and they defer. So the Setters will get the ball first here. No wins so far. That can always change here, as you know very well.
Yeah.
Coach Rondo has really done a great job with this kicking game all around and has certainly used it to his advantage over the years here at Pace Stadium, where the wind comes and goes and plays tricks on opponents, causing fumbles and turnovers and weird bounces. And Coach Rondo is always usually on the right side of those things.
I was getting ready to say, and you know for a fact that he was checking that wind speed in the weather app earlier today, and he loves to take to strategize it down to a T, even when it comes to which end zone you want to face and which way you want to go out towards the field. So trust and believe, Coach Rondo has definitely got that down pat.
Keeps me on my toes up here. He doesn't want me to fall asleep. He's always got a wrinkle up his sleeve.
Always.
With the special team. So we're going to watch that unfold here.
Oh, man, football is back. Football is back. I love it.
Dustin Husainovich has got quite a following here. Looks like he has some family members in the audience. See a couple of them with Husainovich T-shirts and hoodies on. So they have traveled to this game. And we're ready to get underway here. Big crowd on hand. And this is going to be exciting. Get to see my buddy Carlton Aiken, who I got to know very well during the basketball season. Wishing him all the luck here tonight as well.
Absolutely.
Arguably, I would say, in my estimation, the NE10 MVP on the offensive side for 2019, and that's no disrespect to the other teams I've seen, but he really was special. It's going to be interesting to see him in action here tonight. As Ramir Tan-Davis, a 94-yard kickoff, remember. It's going to be deep.
Number 2, Brandon Hope. And number 83, Jerome Hill.
Josh Hamill will kick this away here. You know they're kind of going over things and a little trickery of their own there on the formation. Now you kick it short here. You wonder, Brandon Holt's back there as well. Just out of fear of Ramir Tan-Davis, and here we go. Well, they decide to go deep. Tan-Davis is going to pick this up around the 7-yard line. Tries to get a block here. Gets up, scampers around the 20, and falls down around the 25, and a penalty marker. So we'll see exactly what happened. That came in late. There's a hold on the play.
Number 28, Jimmy Brown.
And it's on the Setters. Going to back up here.
Holding was called on the Setters.
That flag came in very late. See where they backed them up to. Is it half the distance? I'm not sure. Or it's a spot foul, maybe. Well, they're going to give it a 10-yard loss, so the ball will be at the 14.
14-yard line. First down and 10 for Pace.
And we see Carlton Aiken out there, number 8. He's going to be flanked by Kashmir Jackson, another upperclassman. Here we go. Gets the snap. Looks. Fires. Tan-Davis with the catch. Short pass.
I love it. AIC came out in what it looked like a quarter shell. That's 4 across. Every one of those DBs has got 1-4 for the field. You want to isolate that one-on-one matchup. Get him going, right? Get him some catches early. Get him involved in the game and start matriculating some yards.
Yeah, trying to get the quick short pass to get the pass game going here. It's going to be 2nd and 5 on the 19. Just underway here from Pace Stadium. Snap. It's going to be a keeper and nothing doing, and losing 4 yards on the play on what I guess would be considered a sack. Thames with the stop, and it's going to bring up 3rd and long here for the Setters. 3rd and 9 coming up. They couldn't get that block.
Right, it looks like they was trying to pull that left guard.
Yeah.
It's got to get around. It's got to get around quicker. That way Cash can make a decision on who to pick up, because he makes the guard right. Whoever the guard picks up, Cash should get the other man, and you get ready to open up that seam for Carlton to burst through.
Well, trips formation, top of your screen there. To the left of Aiken. Fumbled the snap momentarily, drives, and an open Ramir Tan-Davis. He's not going to get all the yardage back. He gains back about 5 yards. And they're going to have to bring the punt unit on. And Husseinovic is going to be out there. He had an outstanding 2019 season.
Oh, yeah.
He was a find, replacing really one of the best punters you had seen in this conference in a while, who was Nick Funtis.
Nick Funtis, yeah.
So to back up that act was pretty tough, but Coach Rondo found it in Husseinovic.
And you're talking about a guy who can do it all. Punting,
Yeah.
he's playing the field.
Yes.
Maybe be able to throw him in on offense, do a little bit of something with that there, but he is
Bouncer, look out there. Sorry, Josiah.
Yeah, no,
I
there.
thought number 26, Payut, might have touched it, but to no avail. Nice punt there by Husseinovic, who, yes, he really does do everything. Yeah. He made a couple of big defensive plays. Jason DeMille is going to lead this offense out on the field here for the Yellow Jackets. First time we get to see them. They did enough last week. Again, DeMille threw for 160 through the air, ran for a few on the ground, threw TD passes.
The running game was a little slow, though. I'm sure that they went over down the film room and wanted to get that going as well.
Well, they get 1st and 10 here at their own 40, so decent field position to start their first drive. No score. High snap, handoff, rumbling ahead, and after the contact gaining about 4 extra yards was Davila on that play.
54.
And you got to think you would want to get him acclimated in the game as early as you can, all right? The minute you can get that run game going, which is good first 5 yards on first down, that stayed on schedule. Offensive coordinators love that. They love the pickup.
2nd and 5 coming up. Trips formation, bottom of your screen left to DeMille. And Davila flanking him to the right. He drops back. Rush coming. Flushed out of the pocket. Throws on the run. Open receiver Davila. He's got a first down and some more. He's going to get this one down close to the 35-yard line. Unofficially a gain of about 20 on a great look play to the right side, eluding the pass rush.
Yeah, right. And all he did was just sit there in that zone. The minute DeMille started going out of there, defenders just started bailing back, and he was just able to find a soft spot and pick up some yards.
Well, they spot this at the 37, so that was a gain of 18 on the play. 1st and 10 coming up here. DeMille with man in motion there, which is Kelleher. Oh, look out. Davila had some room there and then was swallowed up. Gained maybe about 4 on the play.
Love the way that defender came down. That's what you want to do. Come down, right? As soon as you see that it's not pass, you saw the quarterback get the handoff to the run, fly in there, right? Make some contact. I love the stuff.
Yeah, Davila looked like he had a lot more room to run, and they sealed that off pretty quickly. But on the edge of field goal range here are the Yellow Jackets. They have a 2nd and 6 on the 33 of the Setters. 2 receivers out now. 1 goes in motion. That's Miranda. DeMille looks, pumps, gets the run, and gets to about the 30. So he's going to gain about 3 on the play, DeMille's run.
It is 3rd down and 3 for AIC.
So 3rd and short for AIC here. First test here for the Setters defense.
Yep, I was getting ready to say that front 4, that's got to be the ones who wins up front. If you can control the line of scrimmage and reset it, this would be a big win for him.
Well, DeMille, he shows he can run, and that's always an option with 2 receivers to each side. Davila directly behind him on the I formation. And he drops back for the pass, throws it over top, and look out now. Going down the sideline, Davila gets it to about the 11-yard line on a gain of 19. Beautiful screen pass to the left side. They got the blocks down the field. And in the red zone now is AIC. This is a perfect road drive to start the game.
Oh, yeah, and then you also got to be mindful of AIC. They are extremely efficient when it comes to the red zone. Last year, they were, 2019, 70% on the season. They were 2 for 2 in the red zone against Millersville. So this is an area to where they do come out successful often.
Well, they spot the ball at the 13. So they can pick up a first down within the 5-yard line. Mild, keeper, looks around, muscles ahead there for maybe about 4 yards. They have found some success to the left side running the ball here, Josiah.
Yeah, you see that early on. Almost all of their runs have been going towards that left side. I love the way Dustin comes down to make that tackle, though. If he doesn't, who knows how much more DeMille might have gotten.
2nd and 7 coming up here for AIC. 9:20 to go and counting in this first quarter. Mike McGinnis, Josiah Darnell live here on the Pace Sports Network. Home opener for the Setters. No score in this first quarter, but the Yellow Jackets are driving. 2nd and 7 on the 10 of the Setters. DeMille looks right, throws down the end zone, has somebody open for a touchdown. And that was a nice look there as Kequan Jamison gets the touchdown reception from 10 yards out, and quickly AIC is on the board 6-0.
Yeah, and I mean, you got to love the call by the offensive coordinator for the Yellow Jackets. Defense, they dialed up a cover one blitz. Usinovich came screaming through and almost got there. If DeMille had held on to the ball maybe 1 or 2 seconds, he would have, but you got to love the great the play calling right there.
So they go for the point after here, although there's some issue. And here's the kick down on the way. Off the upright on the right side. No good. So a break there for the Setters as Caracillo clanked it off the right post there, and it's 6-0 with 9:04 to go. So the Setters will get the ball back here, and of course Pace University Athletics would like to thank all of its corporate partners, including Coca-Cola, the official soft drink of Pace University. So, Josiah, what do you think so far here?
And you know, as I said earlier in the broadcast, they tried to come out balanced. They came out throwing the football, which is to their strength. DeMille can get the ball down the field. We've seen him in games to where he can spread the ball out between the different receivers. You saw the good play calling over there on the AIC side. So they're coming out and they're being balanced. All right, and I think for the Setters, they should come out and doing the same thing. You want to establish a run game. Use Kashmir Jackson, because if you can use him and Brandon Saboka, that can also allow you to use Carlton Aiken and then open up that pass game. So I think coming out just more balanced is what's going to help him out.
Josh Hamill for the kickoff here on the pseudo fake. Amir Tan Davis flanked back there by Holt. And booming it away there. Hamill really got a lot of leg on that one. Backs him up to the goal line. Scampers up to about the 20. He's got some room up to the 30. Flag, though, coming. That's going to be a hold.
Yeah.
And that really negates a big return there of potentially 35 yards. And we'll see what the call is here. And that is indeed what the call is.
Penalty was called against the Setters.
Looks like they're going to spot this. We'll see here. This is, again, going to set them back, and it's going to be almost identical where they started the first drive at the 14-yard line. That cost 21 yards on that play.
And those hurt.
Yeah.
Those hurt. The field possession is big in football. You want to give your offense a great chance from a good starting position. That way they can start putting together some good drives. Backing them up like that on both opening drives, it hurts.
So Boker and Jackson back there. Boker in motion. Looks like a false start on that. Neutral zone infraction. False start on the Setters. 5-yard penalty, so it's 1st and 15, and the Setters are now backed up to their 9-yard line. So certainly not the start you wanted to come out for here.
Right, and we talked about it with AIC. They were the ones who were committed the most penalties against last week against Millersville with 15, and then even in this last meeting with 10. But so far, Pace has got about 3 themselves.
Yeah, 3 and 2 special teams, now 1 offensively. So 1st and 15 coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Setters near the shade of their own goalpost here. Trailing 6-0 with 8:58 to go in this first quarter. Look out, a timeout called here. We're going to step aside here. Aiken didn't like what he saw. We'll be back here on the Pace Sports Network any 10 now.
Timeout is called.
Welcome back here to Pace Stadium. Mike McGinnis, Josiah Darnell, 1st and 15 for the Setters at their own 9-yard line, trailing 6-0. Early on in this game, man in motion, going out. Oh, look out there. Slipped as he caught that ball. And I think it was short to Sabacher, so it was 2nd and 10. That actually wound up being a break because Sabacher would have been behind the line of scrimmage if he caught that ball.
Right. And I honestly, I like that play call. You know, you're trying to get it outside the box. They had numbers. They had the leverage out there. Football is a game of numbers. It was 2-on-2. They weren't in zone. We know that because nobody followed Sabacher out there when he went in motion. You get a good pass, good catch. Those 2 receivers seal off. You can hit something right up there along the sideline, but you got to be able to convert that.
2nd and 10 on their own 9 for the Setters. Man in motion again. Sabacher, the fake. Here comes Aiken. Found some room. Took a wallop there. Gained maybe about 4 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 6. See where they spot the ball here.
Tackled by number 8, Rady Rojas Portilla.
Gain of 4 on the play.
Ball on the 13-yard line. 3rd down.
So a 3rd down conversion coming up here for the Setters. Check that. It's 3rd and 11. I forgot about the 5-yard infraction penalty.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 3rd and long here. Setters 0 for 1 on 3rd down so far. And here comes Aiken. He's being flushed. Takes the pass. Gets it complete. Has some room. Might have a 1st down. And a lot more here. Going down the sideline, the 50. Out of bounds around the 45-yard line. Jerome Hill.
Complete to number 83, Jerome Hill.
Gain of 42 unofficially on the play.
Yeah. Great play call. And you know what? As soon as Carlton started rolling off to the left, all of those defenders followed him. They followed suit, and they started crashing up. You brought it back to the right side. Great. And you let the receiver do the work. Great pitch and catch by Aiken and Hill. I love the way he took it to the distance.
Well, the crowd fired up here. They
That's what
certainly needed something to get crazy about. You hear them rumbling now. 1st and 10 on the 45. Aiken looks, fires complete. Ramir Tan-Davis, a safe, high-percentage pass inside the 40. Mark it at the 39. Gain of 6 on the play. And suddenly AIC is backing off a little here.
And you know what? Keep doing it. Don't go away from that. Take those higher percentage throws. You can't go broke making a profit, Mike. And if you continue to do that, because they're giving that to you, take what the defense gives you. You don't need to force things, especially not this early in the game. If that's open, you take it every single time.
Trips formation, top of your screen, left side to Aiken. Far receiver, I believe, is Tan-Davis. Look out, handoff, and rumbling forward, Sabacher gets some room and the 1st down. And again, that is because of respect to the pass game. You soften it up on the inside.
Exactly. The more you're balanced, the more things start to open up you in both facets, running and throwing the football.
And that is a 1st down.
And that's a 1st down and 10.
And Tony Soares announces to the crowd, 1st down for the Setters. on the 35. 6:33 and counting here in this first quarter. 6-0 AIC. They back off here. Low snap. Throwing left. Pass complete. And a nice block. And a stop around the 30-yard line. Lamar Moore with the catch. The junior picks up 5 on the play. And this is classic shades of a West Coast offense here.
Yeah, and right
what
there,
you're seeing.
Right, exactly. And all Carlton did was he saw the numbers. Okay, when offenses call plays, especially nowadays, with how advanced offenses have become, there are multiple plays that get called from the sideline. So there was a run and there was a pass. He saw the numbers out there with the pass, took that bubble screen.
Isaiah Tolbert breathing a little heavy at the center of that defense there for the AIC Yellow Jackets. Here's the handoff. And nope, the fake, and going inside to about the 22 was Carlton Aiken. Gain of 8 and a first down. So good, he faked me out on that one.
And just like you said, when you brought up right there, the D-tackle Isaiah breathing heavy, I saw the push by the O-line. Kevin Toot was on him. He drove him back a few yards. So, yeah.
Got his hands on his hips right now. Guy you talked about earlier in this broadcast.
That's the matchup.
That's the matchup right there.
You want to pay attention to.
So the setter is threatening here, excuse me. 1st and 10 on the 22 of AIC, 5:20 to go in this first quarter. And here's the handoff straight up the gut. They attack him again here. Casimir Jackson may have gained about 3 on that play, maybe 4 with forward momentum. We'll see. So Jackson.
Made by number 55, Latrell Hollis.
Hollis with the stop.
But you know what, Mike? At the top of the screen, for those who are watching, and for us on the far side of the field, you got Ramir lined up with Kyle Jackson. He's still playing. He was still playing off of him on that last rep. So I would go back to that quick out that they've been throwing. Make him come up so we can hit him deep.
Here comes a snap, 2nd and 7. Aiken's got some room. Throws one off the hands, incomplete. Might have missed Tan Davis in the end zone as Josiah pointed that out there. He got behind the defender.
Oh, yeah. And there was no help back there. This was man-to-man. They came up. You had him screaming across the end zone. That's 6.
3rd and 7 coming up here for the setters. Inside the red zone, a field goal from this range would be about 36 yards. But they're not thinking about that now. They want to pick up that first down.
Right.
They can pick up a first down at the 12-yard line.
That's what it looks like.
So they can actually get 2 first downs within this range. Low snap again. Aiken handles it, fires it. Pass off the hands, just missing the intended target that time, Liebert. And the field goal unit comes on here for the setters.
But that was a great read. Good play call. You want to attack that field side. When you're out there, you got the field in the boundary. They attacked that field side, and it was there. It was open for him. Just got to make that catch. Ben
Franchino. 36-yard attempt coming up here. Chill in the air. This is supposed to get down to mid-50s tonight up here.
Oh, you can feel it.
Snap on the way. Kick is good. 36 yards. Ben Franchino, successful drive for the setters, considering it started out on their own 9 after multiple penalties.
Right.
The big play there, the 45-yard catch and run to set it up.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll be back here on the Pace Sports Network. 6-3 setters trail it. We'll be right back here with 4:29 to go in the first quarter. Welcome back here to Pace Stadium. Josiah Darnell, Mike McGinnis on the call for the Pace Sports Network. NE10 now, 4:29 to go, first quarter. 6-3 AIC lead. Is it? Ben Franchino, 36-yard field goal. He will kick this away here. Tommy Smith back there, along with Samad Davila. Does a little bit of everything for AIC. Deep kick on the way here. Looks like Smith will handle it around his own 5-yard line. Fakes the reverse, looking for some room. He might have tricked himself out there. That was not a good decision. He stopped himself, and he's only at the 13-yard line after that kick.
Right, and you know what? You want to credit that kickoff team by the setters. I know back when I was playing, we called them the hit squad for that exact reason. But for them, Coach Ronald will always say, read your keys. Don't go back there just trying to see what everybody. If you read your keys, you stay disciplined, you'll be able to make those plays. They did it on that part. That's why they got the tackle.
Well, Jason DeMild certainly looked good his first drive with the TD connect there from 10 yards out. See how he looks on this drive. And in motion, Davila throws it out. They've had some success with that screen. Nicely walled off, though, by the setters. I'll tell you, one thing I've noticed, it looks like AIC has some room, and then the setters' defense has sealed up pretty well. Loss of, no, are they gonna say loss of one or a gain of one here? We'll see. Well, they're going to say no gain on the play.
But you got to love the pursuit. You know, that's the main thing. If you can cover ground like that, even if you don't make the tackle, you force him to either have to make a move or run back in. That's where your help is coming. So that was great on his part. 2nd
and 10 now for AIC, backed up on their 14-yard line, man in motion. And, look out!
Balls on the ground.
Into the end zone.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to get a safety as DeMild kicks it out of the end zone. And it's 6-5 AIC, and Pace will get the ball.
Beautiful, beautiful. These are what you need, right? These are the plays that you need.
I don't know why we have not. Oh, and now we get the signal for the safety, but there was a penalty flag. Right. Did they say that's a penalty from kicking it out? Should be a safety.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The penalty's negated.
Yep.
It is a safety for the setters on the botched handoff, and it is now 6-5 AIC, but more importantly, Pace gets the free kick.
Yes.
Which also is important. They should get decent field position.
Yes.
This could be a turning point in this game, we'll see.
Right, and I was just getting ready to say, Mike, throughout every game that you watch, there are always momentum changes. That was a momentum change right there. Also with Jerome Hill making that 40-yard reception, those are the plays you want to put together to start propelling your team and galvanizing them to get that energy going.
I have never seen in my 10 years of calling Pace football intentional kick out of the end zone for safety. I mean, it does happen.
Yes.
Just had not seen it here. And DeMild that time, I think, made a smart play.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I think you had to concede the safety. It could have been a disaster.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yep.
So, free kick coming here.
And you know, not many players would think to do that as well.
Well, actually, they back him up here, so it's not going to be there. He's going to kick it off a tee, but he's backed up.
Right, usually it's a punt.
Yes. Here we go. And, that was a interesting kick here. Dan Davis fair caught it. You know, I thought with the way that kick went, Josiah, I don't know about you, I thought that was for sure going out of bounds and a penalty.
Well, I definitely thought it was going to be a little shorter than what it actually went, but I'm with you, Mike. I'm with you.
He actually deceptively did that, I think, to try to get Tan Davis to back off, thinking he could keep it in bounds.
Mm-hmm.
But the setters will take over here. Down 6-5, but certainly momentum going their way. Their offense and defense have scored the last 5 points. Not exactly the way they draw it up there, but it's the way it goes. And a timeout again for the setters. 2 in the first quarter here.
First quarter alone. You don't want to use those.
See if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back here. 3:35 to go first quarter. 6-5 AIC leads it. We'll be right back here on the Pace Sports Network. Welcome back live here. Mike McGinnis, Josiah Darnell on the call. Pace Sports Network, NE10 now. Setters trail is 6-5 with possession after the safety on their own 25, starting out this new drive. Low snap, handoff. Going to be a keeper, though, and Aiken rumbles forward for a first down. Been doing a good job selling the handoff there.
Tackles made by number 24, Keith Jackson. It's a gain of 10 on the play. Ball on the 36-yard line of the Setters, where it is first down.
And he actually would have got more on that gain. The tight end, number 47. I got him here. He's just got to be more alert on that play. Andrew Hosey, he was caught standing around and wasn't able to get a block on. But if he does, Carlton goes for a lot more than that.
First and 10 for the Setters. Here's Jackson rumbling forward. Nothing fancy. Pure power. And about 5 or 6 yards after contact. That is a gain of 8 on the play. Boy, that was an impressive, tall run, almost a vintage, and I'm showing my age here, Brandon Jacobs style run, the high runner.
Not too much, though, Mike, not too much, though. We remember Brandon Jacobs, too.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if I was going past my age limit with that name. But certainly, Kashmir Jackson with an impressive rumble forward there, best way to describe it, for a positive gain there. Look out now. Fakes the handoff. Tan Davis. Oh, what a catch.
Yes.
Ramir Tan Davis.
Yes.
One arm in his hip pocket.
Yep.
And with a guy draped on him, gets the first down into AIC territory. Put a star next to that catch because that was not easy.
And that's why he had 6 receptions for over 100 yards that last game, because if it's in his area, if he can get it, he will. Good catch right there. Way to keep moving the ball.
241 all-purpose yards the last game for the Setters. Inside the 40 now, the Setters threatening once again, trailing 6-5 in the waning moments here of this first quarter. Direct handoff, Jackson again, and I'll tell you, rumbles forward, nothing fancy, meat and potatoes type run there. And going down to the 33 on a gain of 6 for Jackson. And really, AIC's defensive front has not had a rest here of any significance. And the Setters going right to work on it.
Right, and so you see now how the Yellow Jackets have 4 linemen. They had 4 linemen on the last play, but with that read option, you negate one. That's what they did with Isaiah Tolbert. Get him out of the action by having to make him make a decision, and you live with that.
He's breathing heavy. I can see it from up here.
Yep.
And Sabatkar gets close, but not quite enough for a first down there. Gain of 1. Third and 3, so a big third and short here for the Setters with under a minute to go in this first quarter. 6-5 is the score. Looks more like a baseball game right now than a football game. But that's early season football for you. Setters trail it.
Yep.
They have a third and short coming up here. 10 on the shot clock here. Here we go. Keeper, Aiken, trying to get that forward progress. He does.
Yep.
Presumably the Setters will run out the clock here. We don't know. Oh, somebody is hurt here for AIC. Looks like a hamstring issue for Caitlin.
The Yellow Jackets, where it is first down and 10.
And this is what happens when you're able to run the football effectively. You drain the clock. You don't give time for your opposing team to get back on offense. You also wear down the defense because you can make your substitutions, but if you keep pounding and grounding like that, especially with those 2 backs, that's a recipe for success right there.
Well, 6-5 at the end of the first quarter here. AIC leads it. But that lead might be in jeopardy here as the Setters will have first and 10 on the AIC 28 as they switch sides. Of course, Pace University Athletics would like to thank all of its corporate partners, including Lucio's Pizzeria, proud sponsor of Pace Athletics. Let's step aside. Second quarter coming up. 6-5 AIC leads it. We'll be right back here on the Pace Sports Network, NE10 now. Welcome back here to Pace Stadium in beautiful Pleasantville, New York. Picture-perfect football weather. Mike McGinnis, Josiah Darnell on the call here on the Pace Sports Network. 1st and 10 for the Setters on the AIC 28. First play, look out there, a collision between O-lineman and the running back, and luckily it's only a loss of 2, maybe 3. That could have been a fumble on the play. And Sabatka got mixed up with his offensive lineman.
Yeah. And also number 5, that outside linebacker Terrell Wallace, he came screaming in off that left edge there, right? So what I would suggest is that start using dummy counts, right? Keep the defense honest. If you can use dummy counts, 1, they'll start to telegraph what they're doing, and 2, you'll be able to put yourself in a better position because you'll keep the advantage.
2nd and 12 for the Setters on the AIC 30. First minute of this second quarter. Dropping back, Aiken has some time, throws one a little too much zip on it to Tan Davis over the middle. He had some room. Aiken, little too much English, as the late, great Philip Scooter Rizzuto would say on a Yankee broadcast.
But you know what? He also did have number 32, Jacob Leibert. He also had him out there on that deep out route. I'm not sure if he missed him or just decided to go with Ramir as the more higher percentage throw, but he definitely had it out there.
Setters now, 3rd and 12. Looks like AIC might want to talk it over here, sensing this could be a big moment.
Yep.
And we'll step aside. 6-5 AIC leads it. 14:09 to go, first half. We'll be right back here on the Pace Sports Network, NE10 now. Welcome back here to Pace Stadium. Mike McGinnis, Josiah Darnell, Pace Sports Network, NE10 now. 3rd and 10 for the Setters here. Ball spotted on the 29. Aiken look out, has some pressure, throws one deep over the middle. Touchdown! Ramir Tan Davis from 30 yards out. Oh, my goodness. Colton Aiken threaded the needle and burned the secondary on that one. Highlight reel play there.
Yep. And all he was doing was exploiting that matchup. Ramir has been working everybody that's been lining up in front of him. He took advantage of it that time. The safety got caught looking to the opposite side of the field because they ran crosser routes down the middle. So he's thinking he's got to help out there, leaving an island. And you know what? It connected. Carlton was able to see it, put it right on the money. Beautiful touch. Accuracy was there. That's what you love to see.
Now point after coming here from Franchino. Kick on the way off and threads the needle. 12-6. Setters lead it here. And I'll tell you, Aiken knew he had that guy bearing down on him.
Oh, yeah. And I'm sure he saw it the whole way, pre-snap and post-snap. I'm quite sure that's the matchup that he wanted. And I love it. Take that. You don't need to do anything special. Take what they give you.
That was a work of beauty. And Aiken showing there why he was such a lethal force here to be reckoned with in the NE10 back in the later stages of 18 and certainly all through 19.
Right, and you know what? He's doing it a lot more with his arm. You know, that's something that we definitely love to see out of him. Before, it was the elusiveness with his leg and extending plays, but now he's sitting back in the pocket. He's making reads. He's making throws. You love to see it.
Yeah, AIC, Josiah, you kind of tipped on it earlier, saying that they might have a weakness in the secondary. Tan Davis getting behind the defender a couple times. And certainly right there, that was just poetry in motion on both sides. Brilliant execution on the throw and the catch. And just like that, 12 unanswered points for the Setters.
Oh, yeah.
And again, that was all predicated on, I think that really jump-started them was that 45-yard pass on the third and long.
Yeah. And then you get the safety, right? And then you get the ball moving. So those were the plays. We said it. These could be the game-changing, momentum-changing plays.
Smith and Davila back there for the Franchino kick. Definitely a chill in the air. You can feel it. This is certainly a crisp early fall night here. And they kick it towards Smith, who had issues the last time. He tried to get too fancy, and here he goes again. Gets the reverse, almost causes a fumble. And again, almost a disaster for AIC. And Smith had a lot of room to run. He gave up yardage and almost caused the fumble.
That's the thing. The last time he did it, he should have gave it. He didn't. This time he should have kept it. He gave it. There was nothing but green grass in front of Smith on that return. You don't need to get – it's still early in the season. You got to remember, these two teams are going to meet each other later down the line at the last game of the season. So you don't need to really do anything too special, all right? Just run it. Run your game plan to perfection, execute it, and you'll be able to get the win. That's why you put the game plan together.
AIC doing all sorts of favors for the setters on the special team so far. DeMille back there with Davila. See how they respond here, and runs right ahead. Didn't get much. Might have gotten a yard on the play. Setters had that well scouted, and it looks like somebody is down here for AIC on the offensive line. They tried to run left that time.
That was Nazir Givens, man, and you love to see him on the field. They missed him last week against East Stroudsburg. His presence is something that you just can't coach up. So I love to see him out there, and I love to see him making an impact.
Gain of 1 on the play, 2nd and 9 for AIC, backed up to their own 22. 12-6 Setters lead it with 13:24 to go. Here's a run, big hole, and some more. That's going to be an easy first down. Speller, the veteran, rumbles forward for a gain of about 13 on the play. Missed assignment that time. And just like that, AIC picks up a critical first down there just to get some time for this AIC offense, which has been on the sidelines here.
Right. And that's really all you need. You need to start stringing together some drives. Put one good play on top of the other, and then you'll be able to move the ball down the field.
Oh, look out there.
Right.
That was a false start.
Yep.
And DeMille, I might have thrown his own guys off on that pseudo pistol formation.
False start is a call against AIC. The 5-yard penalty, ball to be marked back
First
to the
and
30-yard
15
line.
for the Yellow Jackets on their own 30. Capacity crowd on hand here. They're very excited. First game in 2 years for the Setters at home.
Mm-hmm.
And they have seen a little bit of everything. Good special teams, good defense, and a brilliant offensive drive there that resulted in 7 for the Setters. DeMille now. Going to hand it off. They've not getting it that time. They tried once again to go left. Speller had nowhere to go with that one.
Way to fill, right? Way to fill that gap by Neymar. He's coming down from that safety position, and he's run stopping, right? You love to see it. You love to see that.
2nd and 15 for AIC here. Trailing 12-6. Mike McGinnis, Josiah Darnell on the call. Pace Sports Network, any 10 now. DeMille back there. Another one of those pseudo-I formations there. DeMille flushed, has some room to run. He's got a blocker upfield. He's going to get the first down and a heck of a lot more as he gets out inside the 45 of the Setters. Big-time gain on that play of about 25. And more. We'll see where they spot it. Boy, that was a heck of a read by DeMille. He got some great blocks upfield.
Yeah, right. If you don't see anything down there, you're getting flushed out the pocket because it's collapsing. Go ahead, take that. He's good with his legs. He has some wheels now. Setters have to respect his ability to run, just as they have to. The Jackets have to respect Carlton's ability to run. So he was able to just get the better of him on that play. Use his legs, pick up a first down, keep the ball moving.
DeMille picks up 27 on the play. 1st and 10 for AIC on the Setters 43. DeMille going to hand it off. Now they go left. Look out there. Speller taken down after a gain of 3. Vucinovic with the big stop there, because if he doesn't stop him, he's going to get another first down.
Yeah, and you see he's everywhere on the field. But I will tell on the broadcast is watch number 5, Kevin Gutierrez, all right? He's lining up a little bit over the ball. If I'm Coach Rondo, I got to see that. You don't want any penalties against you. Don't want to give the Yellow Jackets any free yards. So, just tell them to stay disciplined out there.
Have to keep an eye on that. You don't want any Joe Klecko type formations.
Right.
I see what you're saying right now.
Yeah, just a little bit in that.
Hair just off the ball. Now look out, deep throw downfield. That's way over the head of everybody.
Pass by number 10, Jason.
And Smith really couldn't shake the defender that time. Nice pressure. Might have forced an early throw for DeMille, but I just don't think Smith got the separation that time.
Right.
And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 here. They can pick up the first down on the 33-yard line. Ball is at the 39.5 here, so it's really 6.5 yards.
Yeah, he's way.
I see what you're saying here.
He's got to back up.
Look out, DeMille now, faced under pressure, and he gets sacked.
Yep.
Down around the 44, and Nazir Gibbons right on call. Josiah must have heard you talking about.
Yep, that's exactly what it is, man. Those are things that you miss, especially in the game of what they played last week. When you're on the road, you need momentum coming from your sideline. You get playmakers like him back in your lineup, and that's what happens. That's the result.
Roddy Rojas Portilla plays on defense. Now he's going to have to be the ace punter. He's got Ramir Tan Davis back there, but can he pin the setters inside the 10? This is the job they're looking for right now. So we'll see what happens. Snap on the way, and a little pooch kick. It's going to have to come up, and they do execute beautifully around the 6-yard line. And look out now, flags on the play, and the setters might have baited AIC into something right there. That's the old hockey play. The second guy in is going to get it.
Always.
And it looks like number 21 on AIC there, Charles Robinson, might have taken the cheese on that one. We'll see what they call here. That happened well after the play was over. Now they're going to ask if there was offsetting fouls the way the crowd is reacting. We'll see what the call is. Well, I don't know. Oh, boy. That is a killer.
Yeah.
That just wrecked a beautiful punt. And you get the setters 15 yards from their own 6 to the 21 is a massive difference.
Yes.
And boy, the penalties we talked about last week with AIC.
15 of them giving up 100 yards. Those are the hitting yards that don't come up on the stat sheet. Now you give them better field position than what they would have started off. You never want to give any team free yards. Yellow Jackets just did it there.
Well, as special team coaches, they're wound a little differently, Josiah, as you know. This is the reason why.
Yep, exactly.
Aiken, low snap again, but might have been a false start on the play or a timeout called. I'm not sure. False start on the setters.
And
so you're going to give some of that penalty yardage back here. Ball at the 16, first and 15 for the setters.
Yeah, you want to stay disciplined. You never want to – and you know what? If you were watching Thursday Night Football with the Cowboys and the Buccaneers, you know that those type of penalties is what hurt the Cowboys down the stretch. You never want to give a team an opportunity to get the advantage over you. You got to stay disciplined.
Well, Cowboys reinventing ways to lose pretty. As I shed a crocodile tear. Look out, low snap again, going deep again. Oh, look out, that's a major penalty. All kinds of tangled up, not coincidental contact. Brian Dolan had the jump there on the defender. That's going to go up, that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. This is not the NFL. That is not coincidental contact.
Oh, no, not at all.
Dolan was yanked down.
Yes. And contact was made even before the ball was thrown. Carlton was looking that way the entire time. He saw the bump first. He saw the close coverage. But you know what? I like him making that throw anyway because look at what happens. Oh.
How about this?
Okay. Wow.
So they're going to replay this first down with an ineligible receiver downfield for the Setters. Rare you see that. And it was a pass interference, but they're both negated.
Yeah. And
so
that's what happens with RPOs. You have your run past option. O-line is always going to be block and run. They don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Carlton held the ball a little long because he saw the read first, held it, then he made that throw. And then you got the O-lineman running downfield because they're thinking run.
First and 15 for the Setters on their own 16, leading this one 12-6, 9:43 to go in this first half. Now another whistle. Let's see what this is all about now. Everything is a conversation at this point.
Yeah.
At this point, we might get a laundry sponsor out of this, with all of it being thrown on the field. So Aiken, low snap, rolls around, gets Dolan open this time, takes a big wallop, but holds on to it. Gain of 4 on the play. 2nd and 11 coming up for the Setters.
Yeah, good read. Good read. It's there. It's the safe option. Just throw it more towards the sideline, right? You never want to put your receiver in a position to get hit like that. You throw him towards the sideline, he can catch, simply go out of bounds. We stop the clock. Just that's all it is.
Dolan did a nice job holding on to that after taking a big wallop that time. 2nd and 11 coming up for the Setters on their own 20. 9:05 to go in the first half. 12-6 Setters on top. Snap. It's time to get one down. Pressure coming. Look out. Aiken tripped up. He's going to have to take the sack there. Don't try to be the hero.
Yeah.
Loses 6 on the play. And Bell with the sack.
Mm-hmm. With the initial pressure from Jason Thompson.
5 on the play, ball 15-yard line. 3rd down and 16 for Pace.
3rd and 16 for the Setters on their own 15-yard line. See what the Setters plan to do here. They have scored 12 unanswered points. Do you want to just get some room for the punt team, or do you think you can beat these guys downfield? Trips formation, right side of Aiken. They obviously feel, and rightfully so, they can get some pressure, but a nice screen shot up top there. And look out, Jackson gains a respectable amount of yards back there.
Number 24,
and gives some room for the punting unit. That was a smart play there all the way around by the Setters.
Yeah. And I was just getting ready to say before the snap, if they were throwing a screen to that right side, they had the numbers. Now, I thought they would have thrown a receiver screen, those bubbles, because they had the numbers. It was 3-on-2 out there. If they throw that bubble screen, I think they get more yardage. They went with the running back screen, so either way, you just want to get yourself out of that position, give your opponent more room to work with.
Samad Davila back on the punt here. Husenovich, high snap, gets it down. Nice kick on the way. Going to handle this on a bounce, presumably. No, he's not going to go near it. And it stopped at the 39-yard line.
Ball was down by the Setters, number 73.
So that was a punt of about 37 yards. And we'll step aside. 7:25 to go first half, 12-6. Setters on top. We'll be right back here on the Pace Sports Network. Well, that was a quick break there. AIC not taking too much time. Mike McGinnis, Josiah Darnell on the call. Pace Sports Network, NE10 now. 7:25 to go first half, 12-6. Setters on top. DeMille back out there. Remember, he had that big run last time. Davila. But look out there. That was a major face mask. They had Davila dead to rights there, a little too anxious that time, and that's going to turn into a 15-yard gain here for AIC.
Yeah, he knows it. You saw the reaction from up here. He knew what it was, but you know what? I still love them getting down there, swarming. The pursuit is good, too. You just got to be smarter than that.
1st and 10 around the midfield mark here for AIC. Ball will be placed inside Setter territory at the 46. So that's a big break here for AIC.
Yeah.
Can they cash in? They need a shift in momentum here because it has solidly gone the Setter's way here for about a full quarter. Let's see what they do. 1st and 10 on the 46 of the Setters. AIC trails this one with a trips formation. left of DeMille. Fakes the handoff, has some room. There was a hold on the play, and it looks like that might go back. I saw a setter fall down. He was yanked down on that play. That's going the other way.
Yeah, that was that right tackle, David Brown. He was the one.
So AIC going back to their ways of committing penalties here.
Yeah.
And this has not become a football game. It's an endurance contest with all these penalty markers out there.
Back and forth, back and forth.
I thought Laundry Day was Saturday. Apparently they've kicked it up here to Friday night. And backed up again and playing the jockeying of field position. Now backed up to their 44 is AIC on a 1st and long. Call it 20. DeMille goes left. He's going to pull it down here. He's got room, and he gets hit around the original first down marker. DeMille took a big wallop out of bounds there.
Tackles made by number 2, Brandon Holt.
Gain of about 10 maybe on the play, if I could just guess. And certainly it is. So he picked up the penalty yardage. And, mobile quarterbacks over the years have given some issues to the Setters' defense from time to time. We're seeing it here with DeMille.
Yep. It's just another element that you have to account for.
Yeah, again, they've been lucky. Look out now. Davila backed up, stays on his feet, though. And how about that? He's going to gain 2 on the play. 2 very tough yards. Might have gained 3. Nice job by Davila there. He did not go down on that play.
Tough yards.
What I've noticed about these mobile quarterbacks against the Setters, they do gain a lot of yardage, but the Setters seem to get them in trouble in the red zone when they try to throw it.
Yeah.
And so that has been the counterbalance where it hasn't really hurt the Setters as much as you might think by the yardage given up on the ground. Here we go, 3rd and 7. Big play here. Trips to the right side. DeMille flushed again, has plenty of room. He is going to get the first down there. He made that little head shake move, and you had to respect him. And that's a nice job by DeMille, scampering for a first down.
Yeah, there was good coverage downfield, and there was also great pressure from the front 4. But if that's what he has to do, then that's what he's got to do. Use your legs to be able to create more opportunities either in the run or in the pass. If there's nothing for you downfield, don't just sit there in the pocket, right? Get out. Make people account for you because they're going to have to start respecting that, meaning that they'll have to spy bringing someone else out of coverage.
1st and 10 on the 35 of the Setters. AIC in business now. Dropping back to DeMille, the rare pass connects. That's going to be a first down inside the red zone. Stopping is face-on Carney.
21, Michael Diorio.
Diorio with the stop. They will stop the ball at the 18, gain of 20
First down and 10 for the
on the play there, and DeMille with a rare throw. And it will be 1st and 10 for AIC. And they are threatening here. They're in the red zone.
Yep.
Trailing 12-6 with 4:25 to go and counting in this first half.
Yeah, and that was just another RPO. Cornerback Isaiah Walker, he just got caught behind him with a slant. He saw it, just was out of place.
Trips formation right side. DeMille in trouble, taken down. Around the 29. That is a loss of 11 on the play. Nazir Gibbons, his 2nd sack of the half. Big sack there. 3rd and 22 now. 2nd and 22 for the Yellow Jackets.
And like we brought up, his presence was definitely missed, especially last week when East Stroudsburg ran 300 yards plus against the Setters. You see it's a change now with that different personnel out there. They're able to stop the run a lot more effective than they did last week.
Loss of 12 on the play. Throws it right down the middle. And a nice defensive play there. Brandon Holt was there, breaking up the pass intended for Kobe Miranda. 3rd and 22 coming up for the Yellow Jackets, who've been a lot more aggressive trying to go down the field on this drive.
Yeah, and you got to love the athleticism there from Brandon Holt because he was a little bit further back. DeMille thought he had an open receiver. He was just able to cover that ground really quickly.
You have to, I think, defensively respect the first down marker on the 8.
Yeah.
You can give up yardage underneath that. That was almost an offsides there. Davila looking around, has some room. He's tackled around the 25, and the Setters are lucky there. That was not an offside on the play. I think the offensive line was looking for something for AIC.
Yeah.
And this is going to be is it going to be a field goal try? It depends how confident you are in your kicking squad. And I guess they are going to try a long field goal of about 42 yards.
43-yard attempt, number 46.
And I say go for it. Walk away with some points after this drive.
Garacillo going for it, 43 yards, the mile beholder. Don't go for the offsides. Kick down on the way. Blocked! Live ball. Setters smartly cover it up.
Yeah.
Don't muff that one. And Nick Totten comes up. Romer with the block, and the Setters will take over on the missed field goal attempt. 2:39 to go in this first half, and the Setters lead it 12-6. We'll be right back here on the Pace Sports Network, NE10 now. Welcome back here. Setters first and 10 on their own 21, leading this one 12-6, 2:39 to go. Josiah Darnell, Mike McGinnis on the call. Pace Sports Network, NE10 now. Snap. Looking back, Aiken under pressure, has some room, tripped up, rumbles forward, and gains 8 on the play. Boy, Aiken made something out of nothing on that one.
He did. You know, he's working that right side, and I want to point that out because as we start to see this game develop, they are actually double teaming from here. If you look at the bottom of your screen, you'll see a stacked look with the corner and the safety. That's him being double teamed. You got to respect his big play making ability. So that's what they're doing there. Now, all the receivers have got to get acclimated. You got to get Brian Dolan going. You got to get Darnell McCray going. You got to get other weapons involved. 2nd and 3 coming up. Aiken looks around, has some time, fires it over the middle, and not being able to corral it in was Lamar Moore. He had a defender on him. 3rd and 3 coming up here. And, you know, AIC can get the ball back here and take a shot at it. They have time and timeouts. So this is a tricky part of the game here. I say you run it here to at least force AIC to get a timeout to burn at the very least. Right, exactly. Regardless, you want the end of this play to result in bounds and with the clock moving. Give them less time to work with or force them to burn a timeout, just like you said, Mike. AIC gets the ball to start the second half, another key factor. 2 on the shot clock. They better get this off. Low snap. Aiken, that's going to be a false start there, I think, or a delay of game.
Run is by number 8.
I believe it's a delay of game.
Yeah, it was extremely close.
Maybe a false start. I'm not sure. See what they call. Yeah, false start.
Yep.
They kind of rushed the play there. And that stops the clock. That's a key factor here. Now you're backed up.
Penalty was called against the Setters. It is declined.
And how about that? AIC declines it. Even though they know that they do get the clock stopped.
4th down and 3 for the
That's
Setters.
almost like a stop and a timeout called without using a timeout.
Yeah, and that's a good call. You know, make them go 4th down, punt the ball, because if you give them a chance to replay 3rd, you don't know what'll happen.
Yeah.
All right, so play it safe, get that 4th down, decline the penalty, get the ball back, make something happen.
Let's see if AIC can capitalize here. Pace University Athletics would like to thank all of its corporate partners, including Frank and Joe's Deli, proud corporate sponsor here of Pace University Athletics. 1:54 to go, and an interesting point here. Time is stopped. Setters are going to have to punt this one away with a 12-6 lead, but AIC gets the ball here. They also get the ball to start the second half. So this is a threshold moment potentially offensively for AIC.
Oh, absolutely. And you already know that AIC is thinking that, right? I heard Kyle Shanahan say that if you can score before halftime and you get the ball back, they call that lapping the opponent. And that's essentially what they want to do here. They want to hurry up, and especially from where they'll be punting the ball from, right?
Senovich stopping right at the 11.5-yard line with
Therefore, they will get their timeout back. They still have 2 remaining in the half.
2 timeouts remaining for AIC. That's a critical point in this.
Yep.
So they have plenty of time here to try to get some points. Senovic gonna try to punt this one away to Miranda. Well, I don't know what the delay is here. Let's get it going, gentlemen. Oh, my goodness gracious. Okay, I don't know what that was all about, but here we finally go. 1:54 to go. Man in motion on the punt. Here we go. Snap on the way. Usanovic. Knuckleball kick here. It's going to be tough for Miranda. He's going to back off. Look out. I'll tell you, again, AIC came very close.
Right.
And again, it was Kellier almost touching that ball. He was very close, Josiah.
Yeah. And as you go, when you're playing, coaches will definitely accentuate the point that if that happens, you yell poison, you get away from the ball. If it's an unfavorable bounce like that, get away from it. You don't want to be that close.
Boy, I'll tell you, AIC and now a holding call on top of it for AIC. Josiah, I was about to say, AIC not exactly lighting it up here on the special teams.
Yeah.
And then they just once again hit another snag.
Yep, and these are all important, right? Special teams, offense, defense. Special teams is a key part of football games. We know the tide can turn when it comes to special teams.
Yeah, I'll tell you, we got to keep an eye on AIC being mindful of where the ball is on punts, because twice they almost inadvertently had a disaster. DeMild now with a trips formation to his left side, flushed out, but that could be trouble. Fakes the throw, and he has room. And that's the thing. He slides, gets the first down, but DeMild, he takes off to the races. He's dangerous.
Yeah. Only thing I would say is try to get yourself out of bounds. That's it. Save time. Save those timeouts. That's the only thing that I would say. But other than that, keep making those plays happen with your leg. If that's what's there for you, take it. Take it.
2nd and inches here for AIC. Trips formation, right side. Throw over the middle. I'll tell you, totally missing the play. Jackson Ramsey did not know that pass was coming to him. He was not turned around. He's lucky that didn't get intercepted.
Yeah, if DeMild put even just a little bit more muscle and mustard on that football, it's going back the other way.
Yeah, you aren't kidding on that one. Boy, that was, again, flirting with disaster for AIC.
Safety was just sitting right there in the middle of the field waiting for it.
DeMild now, 3rd and inches coming up. He's got 2 timeouts in his pocket.
Just get the first down. That's it.
Throws over the middle, safe pass, and this time Ramsey atones for the miss assignment earlier. He gets the first down, and more importantly, out of bounds.
Yeah, well executed. That's all you need. You just want to be able to move the chains, move the ball down the field, and get out of bounds. That's what this 2-minute drill is about, right? That's it. Take those plays, those high percentage throws. Keep yourself, give yourself a chance to make something happen.
7 yards on the gain. Ball on the 46 of AIC with a fresh set of downs, trailing 12-6. Trips formation, right side of DeMild. He's flushed again, but that could be trouble, and he's got room. And once again, now he's going to slide. He didn't want to take a big wallop, maybe trying to draw a late hit as well.
Yeah, I was just ready to say.
That could be it as well.
Right, and the way the game is now, targeting is usually also in the conversation when it comes to hits like that. Dustin's just got to be careful.
2nd and 4 on the 48 of the Setters. AIC driving. They get the ball to start the second half. Givens, he missed that time. DeMild gets the pass, but was he out of bounds? They're saying he was in bounds.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought maybe his foot was out there. He kind of had a weird stance.
He was on the floor.
Yes.
He caught it on the floor.
I thought his foot was out when he caught it. Timeout for the Yellow Jackets. They have the ball on the 28-yard line, and they are driving once again against the Setters with 43 seconds to go, 12-6. Setters on top here. And really, again, Givens, DeMild gave him the shake that time.
Yeah.
Givens has 2 sacks already. He almost had number 3 lined up right there. But DeMille gave him the little shimmy move.
It was just over pursuing it. That's all he did. He's excited. Eyes get wide. As soon as you seen the quarterback look like a sitting duck, you're ready to make a hit, ready to make an impact. That's all it was. Miles was cool and calm under pressure, and he's able to use his legs once again to get himself out of a sticky situation.
And see Austin Gilbertson helping out here on the sidelines. Pace setter basketball, of course. One of many that have made half-court shots in the friendly confines of the Goldstein Fitness Center.
Right, that we've witnessed.
Some more historic and some others are just off the charts. I don't know. Shooters like to go half-court or more at the Goldstein Fitness Center. High school and college.
Yeah.
Oh, look out now.
Wow.
And you see the big man just bend his head over.
Yeah.
And you can play the Price is Wrong trombone from the Price is Right. Oh, the big man not happy on AIC there.
Yeah.
Taking the false start.
Yeah, he was just overzealous. You know, you got the defense creeping up. You want to be able to protect your quarterback so you can make something happen. You don't want to be the one to give up a sack, so that's what happens there. Just got caught.
So, once again, penalties, an issue here for AIC. Here we go. DeMille, anytime he's flushed, he's dangerous. He throws this over the middle and broken up.
Woo.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah.
That could have went for 6, but Townsend Henry got his body in the way there. DeMille made that almost a 50-50 ball. He did not really zip that one in as fast as you should have.
Yeah, exactly. If you're gonna try and fit a pass in like that, especially there was 2 defenders in the area, you got to thread the needle, get it to him, make it stick to the receiver.
Yeah, can't be throwing a flat slider on that one. That was a feast or famine play. I think it was appropriate. It just got broken up.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. DeMille again, 2nd and 5. Looks around now. 2nd and 15, check that. Flushed again, but this is when he's at his dangerous. And he actually gets some forward momentum for unintentional forward yardage there, about 4. Whistle on the play. Did somebody get shaken up? And you wonder with DeMille, too, how many hits can he take of that nature?
Right.
Timeout for AIC.
But he saw it, right? He saw that blitz coming from the cornerback position. Anthony Holmes creeped in a little bit. That's also why the hard count, the dummy count is so essential, because you get to see what's going on with the defense. Keep gathering that information. He saw it. He was just trying to be able to sit in the pocket a little longer to make a throw. But if there's nothing there, if there's coverage downfield, get out and go.
Pace University Athletics would like to thank all of its corporate partners, including Anthony Property Group. 12-6, Setters lead it. And the ball will be at the 31-yard line. First down is at the 18, so it'll be 3rd and 13 here for AIC.
It is 3rd down.
It's going to be interesting to see. They have no timeouts left.
31.
Short pass out of, I don't know what you do here. I think you got to try to go for a field goal, but how confident are you on the kicking side?
Right.
Oh, DeMille going down the middle, picked off, almost like a short punt. Oh, that was a duck. And the Setters, I say go for the old Hail Mary.
Yeah.
And how about that one? Franklin.
Michael DiOrio.
Oh, it's Michael DiOrio. I thought it was 31.
Yes, sir.
21. Michael DiOrio, the senior. That was a duck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say.
Right. And you can't make a pass like that when you're throwing over the middle. You got the safety sitting right there waiting for you to make a pass like that so they can take it the other way. I would have thought you just try to get yourself a safe play, run on the ground or something like that to set yourself up for good field goal position so you can make the kick. But, you know, I
they're going to sit on this here and go to half with a 12-6 lead. DiOrio did his best demo for a punt return there because, I mean, he had no one around him.
Right.
And we talked about DeMille throwing some floaters.
Yeah.
And that one just fluttered the wrong way that time. Well, 12-6 at the half. Setters lead it. And we'll be back here after a brief timeout on the Pace Sports Network. Second half action coming up. Setters lead this one 12-6. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back here on the Pace Sports Network. Mike McGinnis with a very special guest here, Athletic Director Mark Brown. Mark, almost 2 years.
Wow, too long.
Right? 2 years. It's been technically 10 and a half, a year and 10 and a half months, something like that. But 12-6, didn't get off to the right start here. AIC looked like they had the perfect road game plan. Setters took over from there, though.
Yeah, both teams, still sort of shaking the rust off, I think, a little bit. But very, very entertaining game from that perspective, from a fan's perspective.
Yeah, and Mark, I wanted to say, we've been here 10 years calling these games. I never saw, although a smart play by the quarterback, Jason DeMille for AIC, quarterback intentionally punt a fumble out of the end zone for a safety. Hadn't seen that one before.
I've seen it a couple times. It's better to take the 2-point safety than to give up the 7-point or 6-point touchdown. So
certainly
very heads-up play.
Yeah, certainly have seen it on the pro level. Have never seen a play of that caliber here at Pace, and maybe my memory's fading a little, but I have not seen that. Setters, Nazir Givens, 2 sacks, almost had a third one there as well at the end of the half. Setters certainly executing better offensively after the slow start.
Yes, they are getting back in sync. I know that this layoff has been very, very difficult. Those of us up here in this region have had difficulty getting, full practices in because of the pandemic and the like. And I don't know that Coach Rondeau has had as much preparation time as he would like, in a manner that he would like it, but it's a work in progress.
Yeah, I can attest to that on the high school level, Mark. I work on a high school level, so I'm friends with all the coaching staff on that level, and yes, that has been a big issue.
Yes, every single one of my coaches is feeling a certain level of anxiety because they just haven't been able to have the practice preparation and the individual work with the student athletes they're just accustomed to. So I asked the coach, how's the game going to be? And they shrug their shoulders and say, I'm not sure. I think they're getting the concepts, but we don't really know until we get out there. But it's been a pretty good game, and I got to give a shout out to the fans here. I wish the people on the stream could see how many people are here.
It is filled to capacity.
It is. There's over 1,000 people here, and there's people along the end zones.
Yes,
and everywhere. People in the aisles.
Attendance has, and I'll say this with a great deal of certainty, pre-new stadium and post-new stadium, attendance has never been an issue here.
No.
It's always been capacity. Tonight it's over capacity to a degree. It's standing room.
Yes.
But they have always been able to draw the crowds here at Pace.
Yes, the Coach Rondeau and his staff have really got a nice product here at Pace, and they are putting a good product on the field. And these young men are working really, really hard. I should recognize their academic achievement because our department last year, again, set another high bar record with academic performance. Our department GPA for last academic year was 3.45, which is really rarefied air. And I give a total shout out and credit to all of our student athletes and the dedication of our coaches and staff. They really have their priorities in the right order, and it's things are going really, really good.
So I have to ask you, Mark, this is such a strange time. You think you're reopening back up, then you're not. You're pulling back, you're pushing forward. How has that all been for you, the athletic? How is that? How does that go?
Wow, it's been really, really stressful because it's really stressful because you watch Florida State play Notre Dame, and nobody is masked at that game. It's just a different environmental condition and different political culture, I guess. But up here, we're a little more conservative. The pandemic that we went through and having to shut down the school and send everybody home remotely was a significant burden for our institution, and we just don't want to be, in that position. And we do have a saying here at Pace: there's nothing more important than the health and safety of our community. And the forces that be, the administration feels like we got to go really that extra mile to make sure that everybody is as protected as we can possibly make it. And that's what we're doing, and it's a little inconvenient having to wear a mask. But the good news is it feels like it's 50 degrees out here, so
it's going to be 55 tonight. We were
55,
talking about that.
okay.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem particularly uncomfortable wearing a mask. I guess if it was 90, it would be a little bit different.
Yes.
But luckily, we don't have those conditions tonight.
Yeah, it is the perfect early fall atmosphere weather-wise here. Now, the other thing I was going to ask, Mark, what has the buzz been around the campus towards this game? Obviously, the crowd has shown there's big anticipation. How was it leading up to this?
Yeah, just very, very, very excited. From our student athletes' perspective and our students' perspective on campus, there certainly is always a buzz when we have a home football game, but even more so because the layoff was so long.
Yes.
Right. This is really an event, and our community really relies on this event, these types of events, to get together and really celebrate our community. So not being able to do that for a period of time, they're just ready.
Yeah, I have to say, my girlfriend Jaylene's parents came to a game here. This was in 2019, and it had been the first time they had been to the new stadium. They absolutely loved it. The Setters won. A big-time game from Jalen Bienemy. Yes.
I bet you still say that name in your sleep
sometimes.
Oh,
man, he was a guy that gave me a lot of exciting moments amongst others here.
I did. I hope he's well. I hope he's listening to the stream.
Yes, I'm sure he is, because he's very dedicated like that.
He had been in our community for such a long period of time. And he must hold every offensive rushing record from carries
was
to yards.
Unbelievable, the things he would do.
And a really nice young man,
Yes,
too.
he is. Yes,
really
I got
nice
to know him
man.
very well on the basketball side. He would always be at the basketball games. But, here's a group of people had never been here before, and they loved it. They thought that the presentation was great. Obviously, the product spoke for itself out on the field, but they really liked what they had seen here. And I thought that was important because, we were here at the beginning stages together. It's been 10 years of us together here.
We were.
And it has come so far, so long, and then you see tonight, this was what the build-up was all for. This is what the long-term plan was for.
Yep.
And it's really kind of shown kind of the success all around to all the different programs, let's face it.
No question. But you bring back 10 years, and interestingly enough, a couple days ago I was having a conversation with someone, and we were referencing about he used to call games up in the old
rickety crow's nest.
Yes, the building that apparently the Giants set up, 40 years ago.
Right.
That I got a little nervous about even stepping into.
Oh, creaky, to say the least. A strong wind, we could have went. That could have been it.
Yes, good memories. We've got a lot better accommodations now.
Yes, we have lights now too. That always helps. You can have a Friday night lights game. I know that was a big deal when that took place here. And again, we saw the volleyball team in action the other night there. You have field hockey going on as well as soccer. So a lot of things all at once. How is that, Mark, trying to get everything back streamlined? Then it's like, oh, hey, here's like 5 sports at once. How about that?
Yeah, well, the good news is that we are a largely vaccinated population. Our student athletes took the community safety very seriously, and we're in the high 90s as far as percentage of vaccinated people. So it makes it a little bit easier, but we still take the appropriate precautions. And coming to a game when we introduce outside visitors or casual visitors to our community, it's there's protocols that we're trying to follow as far as making sure people fill out the screening app and they get their tickets on their phone and they get scanned, and they do all this in advance and such, so we can keep people as distant and safe as we possibly can. But going from a very, very quiet summer to I'm not going to call it chaos, because it's not really chaos, but it's excitement, it's energy, it's just a tremendous amount of fun. And it's your anytime, and I can't tell you how nice it is and how good it is to see you. You're a good friend and a good fan, and we really appreciate all you do for our community.
Oh, yes. Well, Mark Brown, of course, Athletic Director, Pace University Athletics. Want to thank him so much for joining us on the halftime show. 12-6, the Setters lead it here. We're going to take a time. systems dedicated to providing the highest quality, most compassionate care and service to patients in the New York metropolitan area, nationally and throughout the globe. And Josiah, I'm going to say this here. This is I think a tale here statistically from the offensive side. And I'll just say this off the top of my head. It's the yards that matter versus empty yards.
Yes.
And I think AIC overwhelmingly has this big yardage number.
Yep.
But it's only led to 6 points.
Right, exactly. Just like you said, it's been a tale of two teams here, right? AIC has been a lot more balanced when it comes to – they got to make some coming into the second half. Last week against Millersville, AIC didn't score a single point in their second half. That cannot be the case tonight, because if you do, if you don't score, you find yourself starting up those buses early.
Well, and true to the script here, as we have seen with many a mobile quarterback that has gashed the Pace defense – with the running attack,
yes,
they've been a liability throwing the ball. The setters have either figured out a way to pick them off in a precise moment, or eventually forcing a fumble on a big hit.
Right.
So they'll give up that yardage to get the turnover. Around him was Diorio.
Yeah.
He had no one around him. It was like a punt.
Yeah.
And that's how the first half ended. And again, empty yardage.
Exactly. You never want to end the first half like that. It's put some points up on the board there. You feel a lot better. You get a little bit more momentum coming into the second half. AIC did get it done there. But you know what?
He's got a little bit of a giddy up in his hitch there a little, but he's all right.
Yeah, I know him. He's a warrior. You know, he's going to do what he can to get right back out there on that field, man. Love the toughness.
Critical interception in the first half there.
Yeah. Yep.
And DeMille, let's face it, he got bailed out there.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? You can credit that to that crosser that they ran, right? As soon as that man went in motion, Dustin followed him. A little bit of miscommunication at the bottom of the play led to that receiver being a little bit open towards the middle. So if he wasn't out of place, there's better communication on that, I'm sure it would have been an interception.
Inside the setter territory here on the 48, first and 10 for DeMille and the Yellow Jackets. Mike McGinnis, Josiah Darnell on the call. Handoff, look out, big seam there. I don't know what happened there. Davila with a big healthy run, gain of about maybe 11, 12 on the play, and a fresh set of downs. And well, they're going to say 10 yards. First and 10 regardless for the Yellow Jackets here. And again, a perfect drive to start a quarter.
Just getting ready to say, it looks exactly similar to what we saw the opening drive of the game. But you know what? That was great execution from a blocking standpoint from that O-line. That's why you saw him be able to get that plus yardage.
Mild again, handoff. DeVille almost slipped and regains. And, look at that hurdle. He gets walloped out of bounds. And, oh, boy, everybody gets tangled up over there. Davila might have almost hurt himself. He was lucky on that play.
He was looking for it, though, too. You saw him staring down that defender. He was looking to go airborne. But you know what, DBs? That's why you come and you wrap up, right? You wrap up, you can't tackle the legs, you bring your man.
And good call, Josiah. And true to their form, AIC takes a penalty.
Yep.
2nd and 9, so that certainly changes the dynamic of the approach here. Kind of negated the big first down gain there for Davila. Here we go again, under 12 minutes to go in the third quarter, 12-6. Setters on top. High snap, nice handle by DeMille, and he's going to rumble forward. And, boy, he got close to a first down after all that chaos. Wow, what a weird play that was.
Right. And it just seems it seems as if he always finds his way through when things are turbulent. Whether it's a bad snap like we just saw or the pocket collapse, he always just seems to find a way to make something out of nothing.
Gain of 6 on a botched snap. And it brings up 3rd and 3 for AIC on the 31-yard line of the Setters. See what the Setters can dial up here. High snap again. Davila has a big seam, and he's got a lot of room. He's going to get this inside the 10. He is hit inside the 10, but no, he's all right. I thought he was banged up there a little. Gain of 19 on the play. More importantly, the ball is marked on the 11-yard line, so conceivably AIC can pick up a first down at the 1-yard line.
Right, they're efficient in the red zone. We know that, but they didn't do anything special on that. Pace dialed up a blitz. They ran from it.
They give them 3 on that play. 2nd and 7 coming up. AIC threatening here. Look out, a shift pitch there on an option. And they throw it for a gain of a couple by Chase Speller. Let's see where they place that ball. Gain of 4 on the play. So it'll be 3rd and 4 coming up for AIC for the Yellow Jackets. And they have effectively chewed up 6 minutes of clock time, but it'll throw in the back of the end zone, tripping and falling down. And again, what does AIC do here? DeMild is looking to stay on the field. They're going to, or what are they going to do? Well, they're going to bring up the kicking unit. And DeMild's not happy, all these gaudy numbers, but what points are they really putting up? And we'll see what they do, because they aren't any sure thing special teams-wise either.
Exactly, but
so
you know what? That's exactly what you wanted, though. You get your matchup, you throw that fade ball in the quarter in the end zone. You got to stay up, make
Here's
that play.
The kick on the way, and how about that? No good.
Empty yardage, Mike. We talked about it.
Empty yardage big time on a chip shot by Carlazzolo, and Setters get the ball back. AIC ripped off, let's face it, 75 yards and have nothing to show for it. We'll stop here. Setters wasting no time. And they have the ball at optimum field position, too, here. At the 19-yard line, pass deflected. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Boy, I'll tell you, I have not seen really words more prophetic here than empty yardage. 2 missed field goals, a missed extra point, penalties, a bad turnover inside the red zone. That'll happen. Low snap. Aiken handles it, throws it on the raw. Nice catch. And losing the defender, gaining a couple of yards, close to a first down.
Pass by number 8, Carlton Aiken.
Not sure who the recipient was. He was on the far side of the field there. And I believe that was Dominic Nicolo.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
False start.
Man, that hurts.
So they're going to retry. I think they're going to send the kicking team.
Right, I was just about to say.
Out.
I was just about to say.
That's a missed opportunity for the Setters.
I love the play call, too.
Franchino will come out for the PAT, and I'm going to say something here in a second. 13 points AIC just saw evaporate right in front of them.
Right, and that was an efficient drive right there by the Setters. What was that, 2-3 plays, and you're down and you score? Carlton also was able to get that ball up. I saw the blitz coming, takes the hit, stands there in the pocket. But you know what? They're coming away with points after their drive. That's what they're doing.
Well, and I think it's the old test, empty yardage against yards that count.
Right.
When you need it.
Exactly. And if you're AIC, you can't do that, right? And in that second quarter, all quarter long, you were double-teaming Ramir because of the playmaking ability he can do. Exactly that. We just saw it, right? You went away from it, they exploited it, but you live and you learn, right?
Well, I'll tell you, I think what gets lost in this, though, is, yes, the 72 yards, that's great. The throw, that's great.
Yeah.
But Davis made a hip pocket catch again.
Yep.
And then put on the afterburners.
Yeah.
That is not easy to do.
Yeah.
That takes a special amount of talent. And Franchino is going to kick this one away here with Miranda and Smith. Now, again, we talked about trying to do too much.
Yeah.
Does AIC feel it? Over his head. Oh, he fumbled. Touchdown Setters! Nemor Santos. Oh, the junior's going to remember that one.
You love it.
A 2-yard, 1-yard fumble recovery touchdown for the Setters and the score.
You love it. You love it. The scoop and score. Take it. Take it. If it's there, take that away, man. That's a memory that'll be everlasting, you know. Not often do defensive players get a chance to score. That one right there, it was set up perfectly for him.
20-point turnaround after that.
Out here playing some great football.
Smith and Miranda. Miranda's saying something to Smith here. Maybe if you get it, run straight ahead.
Yeah,
enough of this sideways nonsense.
Let's hope that's
what got us in trouble the first time.
Exactly.
So let's see what happens here. And again, they're going to go to Smith. That's going to go out of bounds. And so AIC doesn't have to worry about that one.
Right.
Pace University Athletics would like to thank all of its corporate partners, including West Point Tours and Alan J. Flood and the Philadelphia Insurance Companies. Want to thank them all. And here comes DeMild flushed again. He's going to pick up a first down and some more. Look out there. He stepped out of bounds at the 45. And again, when you put DeMild, and you know I'm going to say this, certainly plenty of time left, but it seems when AIC gets put in a threshold moment offensively, it's not happening so far.
Right, exactly. And you know what? Your feet. It's worked in the first half. Continue to do it.
Trips formation, left side, quarterback keeper. Oh, my goodness, and I didn't know if that was a fumble or a throw. I think that was a throw.
Yes.
That was a very strange play there. Well, they're going to officially say it was a fumble.
Yeah.
I think he might have broken the plane.
Yeah.
That would have been an illegal forward pass. He lucked out on that one. That could have been a penalty.
It's a fumble because it was a lateral. You know, him attacking the line of scrimmage like that, he can't throw it.
Give them credit. The setters crowded the line to pressure the jump start there.
Yeah.
That's what they did. That was it. And, you know, I got to say this, Josiah, I don't know, you know, you were a little more experienced than me, obviously, being on the field. But this seems like the prototypical quirks of an RPO quarterback. They can put up the gaudy running yardage, but when the field gets short and the decisions get tighter, that's when the issues start magnifying.
Right, because you're trying to do a lot. You want to be able to make the right plays, the right runs, the right throws, the right decisions.
Here we go. DeMild almost lost his footing. Look out. Took a guy forward. And again, leading with his head as the quarterback. And he took about 3 wallops there. How many times can he take those before he's on the sideline?
I was getting ready to say, him scrambling is different than designed runs. You don't really want him doing too many designed runs because he'll take hits like that. You know, you never want your quarterback taking those type of hits at the amount that he's been taking them.
3rd and 12 for AIC. Jason DeMild, and he's a little slow right now. Those hits might be accumulating.
Oh, yeah. Those tally up, let me tell you.
He's thinking he's Mike Allstott out there on a goal line run. Flag on the play. That is a hold all the way, and DeMild once again gets tripped up, but that's a hold.
Yeah.
I think Givens drew a hold that time. Why not? He has 2 first down and more. Nice catch and run there. And DeMild had the guy coming down on him there, Jackson Ramsey, with a beautiful catch and slide. First down for AIC. And I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing that they're near the red zone. That's a mixed bag with this group.
Well, for this, start getting that run game going, too. See if you can get something going on the ground. Use those big offensive linemen, move them down the field. That way you can open up some things in the passing game as well.
I think the defense, strip up behind the line. Well scouted that time. Thank you, Evan Townsend Henry.
Yes, he read that all the way through. Sort of run, shot the gap, made the tackle.
And Josiah, you notice the chill in the air.
Yeah.
This is more of mid-October weather. I think some people regretting they wore shorts. You got to check the weather forecast. You do that. DeMild now. 2nd and long coming up here. Look out, a lot of movement on that line.
Right.
DeMild fakes the handoff, throws down the middle. Beautiful catch.
Yeah.
How about that once again? It is Jackson Ramsey with a brilliant sliding catch that time. And in the red zone now and in business is AIC. And again, give them credit. They're not going away here.
Right, exactly. And just as I said before, complacency kills success, right? Even though you're up on the scoreboard, do not get comfortable. You still want to keep your foot on the gas, right? Because if you don't, you allow a team to drive down the field. They call it cheater. That must be their fast package.
No, they have a couple of options here. Davila, maybe DeMiles taking a lot of shots, but
yes.
We'll see.
He might muster up some strength to be able to get this 2-point conversion.
So here we go. And here's the run. Did it get in? We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's short. Just fell a little short there. And, I want to say here, and we certainly miss him here at Pace. So, John Ewan, hoping you're having a good Friday night here in early September, although it feels like mid-October. Right now, business at hand, 2:23 to go, third quarter, and the Setters are on top, 26-12 on AIC. Kick right now for AIC. And Ramir Tan-Davis, who's just been brilliant so far tonight, once again for the Setters.
Returned by number 4, Ramir Tan-Davis.
And he's going to be tackled, let's see, maybe 19, 20-yard line.
And you know what? I would say to the Setters, keep going, right? All gas, no brakes. Keep your foot on the gas pedal. Do not let this team linger, because if you do, they will make you pay for it.
Let's see if we can make this one work for the Setters. The crowd is a little quiet right now here at Pace. I think maybe they're lacking a little cowbell. And, we're going to see if we can. You see that?
Right.
You see that? You got to get the crowd as there's a run forward there for the Setters. There you go. You got to get the crowd. You got to get the crowd involved in the broadcast. And they are right here right now. No gain on the play there on the run up the gut. 2nd and 10 here for the Setters.
Right, see, that's what I'm saying. Stay on schedule. Stay on schedule. Get those first 5 yards on first down. You want to be able to stay ahead of the chains.
So 2nd and 10 coming up here. AIC's defense has got to feel a little reinvigorated.
Look at that one-on-one matchup at the top of your screen.
And they have had rest, which they did not have in the first half. Oh, and nice idea, just couldn't quite corral it in there. They had some room upfield, and I think that was a classic case of looking upfield before making the catch by Liebert. He kind of gave a little peek.
Yeah.
And he didn't quite corral that one in.
You got to see it all the way in. However, I will say that one-on-one matchup at the top of your screen is the one that Carlton should have went with. They didn't exactly have the numbers at the bottom. It was 3-on-2 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. Take advantage of that one-on-one matchup. Make them back up. Make them come up. That way you can hit them deep.
And Aiken not happy right now. He has to call a timeout.
Yeah. It's third and critical, right?
Yeah.
It's third and 10. You're on your side of the 20. If you get yourselves in a position to where you need a punt, you give AIC some favorable field position. This is what I'm saying. Still make these drives count. Come out swinging as if you were down in this game. Don't let them linger. Don't let them linger.
And this is, again, the Setters got to get a first down here just based on the fact that, the defense has been out there for a while for the Setters. They need. Now he goes in motion, goes wide.
Now you see what you're working with. He's double teamed right there at the bottom of your screen. You got to go somewhere else with the football.
He goes right this time, which is different for him. Still had some room.
Wow,
tangled. Might have tried to get the pass interference call. There was a lot of contact by number 26 of AIC. Payudu was burned the first time.
Yes.
And Rondo wanted that call. That was by design. They were trying to draw a pass interference. Fans really getting on the refs there. There was a lot of contact outside of 5 yards, Josiah. That was just me on the eye.
Yeah, but you know what? You're leaving it in the hands of the ref, right? They did that on a couple of other drives when it was defense. When Pace was on defense, there were some holding calls that the referees didn't make on the Yellow Jackets, right? But don't give them that chance to be able to make a call. Give somebody else a chance to get acclimated up. I saw that. The double team was there, and he tried to fit it in there.
Vucinovic Gets the punt off to Miranda, 3-3. Oh, look out now. Fumble out of bounds.
Wow, so close.
AIC, once again, don't get involved in any nonsense down there. Miranda, talk about baiting.
Right.
Is desperate to try to get some extracurricular activity on the sideline.
Don't do it.
Pace said, no thanks.
Don't do it.
I don't know what Miranda's got to talk about. He just muffed that one out of bounds.
Exactly. Make the safe play. Make the smart play. Just catch it. Fair catch it, right? You are already in plus yardage. Fair catch it. You give your offense great starting field position.
And now DeMille back on the field. Got to feel a little more confident after leading that successful touchdown drive, too.
Yep.
So we'll see.
Yep, and fatigue starts to alter decision-making. We know that.
So let's see if the setters fake handoff, holds it for a while, goes deep downfield.
Wow.
And that was a 50-50 ball.
Yeah.
Because you saw the defender for the setters, Nick Totten, come underneath and almost get a pick on a missed throw there to Miranda.
But DeMille stared it down. You know, you got to respect DB's ability to cover in this division, right? I know it's D2. High school, that might have been open. But here you have to respect DB's ability to cover ground, right? He stared at that whole way through. The safety is going to play on top of that. So you just got to be smart about where you're going with the football.
DeMille gives you a chance as a defender on these balls that he tries to get some air underneath.
Yeah.
And I think that's something you have to be aware about. And Davila scampers out of bounds after gaining of about 4, maybe 5, depending on where they spotted here, to a massive hit on your quarterback, and that was a big hit.
Yes.
And a failed drive there. You know, Pace University, they would, the athletic department would like to thank all of its corporate partners, including Coca-Cola, the official soft drink of Pace University. Pace University as well would like to thank Lucio's Pizzeria. And we start the fourth quarter on their own 22. Setters, fresh set of downs with a 26-12 lead. Here we go. Handoff. Jackson finding an edge. Has some room.
Stay in bounds.
Stay in bounds.
Yes.
Gets about 8 yards.
Stay in bounds.
And the cowbell is a-clanking.
Run the ball. Get it between those tackles or even outside, but you want to keep the clock moving. Make smart decisions with the football. High percentage plays.
You know, back in 18-19, they were running the ball with authority. Trips formation, bottom of your screen. But they were really taking their time. And, you know, with a 2-score lead, why not?
Exactly.
Why not?
Don't give them a chance to get the ball back with ample amount of time. Take as much time away from the clock as you can.
And Jackson now going to go forward. Gains about 1 yard on the play. More importantly, he's going to chew up some more time on the clock here.
Exactly. Stay down. Take your time getting up. Right? Don't snap the ball too.
Forward progress gave him 2.
Right. And that transformation, that's just getting some people outside the box, right? They know that this is a run situation, 4-minute drill, that's what they're working. If you continue to stack your alignments and condense them, you just bring more people in the box. That's what this trips is for.
Oh, look out now. The throw outside over the head there.
You had him.
They were trying to fool the defense that time, and Real Allen had that one go over his head.
Yeah, the follow-through is what's going to make that throw happen.
More importantly, stops the clock here.
You know, Mike, I used to play quarterback.
You knew that, yes. Right? Yes, you did. And, again, Josiah, number 14 on your scorecard, number 1 in our hearts here on the Pace Sports Network. Also, of course, helps me out tremendously on the basketball broadcast. We'll be on that soon, too. All right, 3rd and 8 coming up here. Low snap. Aiken handles it. Oh, and almost had Tan Davis sneak over the middle. Little too much zip on that one. It's a game of inches.
Look at Darnell McCray. As QBs, after every time you throw a football, whether it's completion or not, scan the field, gather information, see what could have been open and the throws you couldn't make. When I was playing, we would run that mesh concept all the time, and I would.
They've been lucky.
Yes.
Because they've almost ran into 2 fumbles.
Yeah.
And almost reversed into 2 fumbles or a disaster on kickoffs.
Right.
Well, let's see DeMille now. After he took that hit, does he stay more in the pocket now? I don't know.
Yeah, you got to wonder.
Well, he's going to drop back. He's got a pass, he feels. No, now he's going to take off. How about that? Must have heard me.
Yeah, he wanted
He
that
slides
one-on-one
down,
matchup.
and now they're going to say a head hit here maybe.
Yeah.
I thought he tackled him. I don't know about that one, but, I'm not on that side of the field. DeMille might have picked up another 15.
Mm-hmm.
That could be costly here for the Setters.
Yep.
Don't want to 12. Setters on top, but plenty of time left here for AIC.
Yes. Yep.
And the Setters have to find a way to slow down this run attack here for AIC.
Gutierrez has got it back up.
But it's a fine line here for the AIC team. Look at that open field down. They had that, and that's going to go maybe for a lot more than just the first down, and out of bounds inside the 20 on the catch there. And I'll tell you,
we got a flag.
A flag on the play. Might have been a late hit out of bounds. I thought the hit was out of bounds. Ramsey.
I think
and oh, my goodness gracious. Just defended on that one because I think he touched it.
Yeah.
I think he did touch it.
Gutierrez has got it back up. Wow.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there. DeMille throwing it over the middle, and that's a pass complete. That's a touchdown.
Yeah.
How about that? Big defensive breakdown, Jaheim McGuire. And I'll say this about DeMille. He is throwing the ball with more zip now. He's not floating them over.
Yeah.
And, boy, this game now, major penalty. Oh, boy, AIC and DeMille is reacting like it is. Ooh, that is not smart.
You got to be disciplined.
Boy, that is a pretty dumb foul to take there.
Exactly.
And now I think Rondo, give them credit. They have not fallen away here. They were once down by 20 in this one, and they've come back, and they have made this a touchdown deficit. And
yeah, I was getting ready to say, why
are they kicking off? Hamill trying to steal one there.
Yeah, right. And I'm like, they've
for broken
a fact.
enough rules tonight. Why not go all the way?
See if you can get away with it.
And the referees thankfully paying attention.
Right.
They've had a lot of work to do tonight, so they're well honed.
Yeah.
And Ramir Tan-Davis back there for the Setters.
Put together a good drive. That's all I got to say for the Setters.
You got to establish the run again. I think that's a big thing.
Exactly. Drain the clock. Don't snap the ball too early on with too much time on the play clock, right? And you know what? Be mindful of this kickoff too, right? Exactly. Be mindful of this kickoff, right?
I don't think AIC trusts themselves to do anything on the special teams field position, presumably. Rips through, and he's going to get to about the 39-yard line. So the Setters got to cash in here.
Yeah.
11:22 to go. Plenty of game left, and really the offense has got to come up with a drive here.
Yep.
The defense has put up points, 9 to be precise.
Yep.
So right now, Pace, I think, wants to put together a sustainable drive.
Right. That's the
5
key.
minutes or so.
Exactly. And come away with points. You don't just want to put together a drive and end up and come out empty-handed.
Yeah.
Put together a good drive, come away with points. That's what you need.
Well, Ramir Tan-Davis, one-on-one down low here. Look to your bottom of your screen there. That's the right to Aiken.
Oh, take that matchup.
They're selling on the run here.
Ooh. I take the matchup.
Jackson,
you got numbers.
You got numbers. Outside, look out. And he tried to take off again. I think it's one of those classic situations there where Sabatkar took a peek upfield before catching the ball. That's the second time we've seen that tonight.
Right. He saw the green grass just as we did up here. They had the numbers out there. It was 3-on-2. Nobody went with him as he went in motion. You got to be able to see it all the way through, then make your move.
And you can't put that one on Aiken. He had the throw right there.
Yep.
That was a good throw.
Right. I understand the situation.
And really, you've got to corral that ball in. Trips formation, bottom of your screen. It's quickly 3rd and 10, and the clock had stopped. Nice pocket, and a pass almost picked off there. Or was it picked off? The 20 with plenty of time left. AIC gets back out there. But again, with DeMille, you got to wonder.
Ball will be marked at the 21-yard line, where it will be
plenty of hits taken.
Yep.
He gets crazy in that pocket again. He's one bad hit away. It's that old adage. And right now, the Setters defense is going to have to come up with a stop here. There's plenty of time left. You almost get the sense that AIC might get 2 possessions and the Setters 1 with the way this game is playing right now.
Exactly.
So we'll see. Man in motion. DeMille, do they go back to the run or they go to the air here? Well, they go with a kind of a short spinorama and massive gain and maybe a touchdown. It's a foot race. And out of bounds around, let's see, the 13-yard line. That is a gain of 68 yards on the play. And just like that, AIC is on the mile, comes through big time.
Right, I saw that all the way through. That's the matchup that he wanted. He looked at it. He liked what he saw. He threw the football. But like I said earlier,
looks around, throws a 50-50 ball, deflected.
Wow. Yeah.
In the end zone and out of bounds. That could have been picked off.
Yes.
That was thrown in 1-on-2.
Yes.
And it was a floater.
Yes. Again, you cannot put your team in a situation like that. If I'm Dustin, you want to be able to come down with that interception. I love him batting it down, but you want to be able to end the drive. Game is too close. You don't want to give them more life than what they have right now. And also, AIC has been getting away with a lot of holding calls. If we're paying attention, that O-line is getting real grabby down there, and the refs missing it.
And DeMille threw another duck. And so we'll see here. 3rd and 10 coming up on the 13. AIC, there's a crisp throw,
wow.
Incomplete.
Yeah.
And that was behind the receiver that time.
And again, right, you see number 85 open at the bottom of your screen. Like I said before, QBs continue
they're
to
keeping
gather.
the off. Yeah, I'm sorry, Josiah. I just want to say they're keeping the offense on the AIC played possum on that one, and it worked out pretty well.
Right, like I said, going back to that PBU by Dustin, I love the defense on the play, but you want to end that drive. Don't give them another chance to come up with points, and that's exactly what AIC did there.
Point after pending here. 20-point lead possibly evaporated for the Setters.
Just like that.
Yeah, just like that.
Just like that.
Here comes the snap, hold, kick down on the way, deflected, and in. That was deflected.
Yes.
And we are tied. Give AIC credit. They have erased a 20-point deficit. And, boy, the Setters have to come up with an answer now with 8:44 to go. Pace University Athletics would like to thank all of its corporate partners, including Anthony Property Group, along with West Point Tours. Brand new ball game, 26-all with 8:44 to go. The ebbs and flows of this game have been absolutely insane. 26 points unanswered by the Setters, matched by 20 unanswered points by AIC. And we are tied with 8:44 to go.
This is football, Mike. Football is back. You love a good game like this. This is going to go down to the wire. It's about who wants it more, and that's the team that's going to come away with the win, right? Pacers let this team back in the game. All right, now you got to battle back. Okay, we're tied up, 26-26. Make something happen on this drive.
Well, the Setters have had the right play at the right time in a threshold precision moment.
Yep.
AIC has just never stopped. They just keep pounding and pounding.
At the top of your screen, look at that. Take it.
Aiken looking around now. Low, short hop snap, and he's sacked. And that was a unfortunate miscue for the Setters. That is a loss of 8 on the play.
Wow.
And, boy, has the momentum shifted.
Wow, good play by Trevor Caitlin. But you know what, man? All of those are important, right? The snap exchange between the center and the QB, all of that is important. You can't have that type of miscue, especially
5-yard line, 4.5 if you want to be technical about it. Look out now, Aiken in his own end zone, looking up top.
Right? If you throw it across the field, you allow Ramir to go run under that. You lead him away in that direction instead of allowing the DB to undercut it just like the way he did. But great read, right? Great decision. I love it. Throw him across the field.
Well, it looks like they're having issues here. They got short time left on this clock.
Man, that would have been huge.
That's the third timeout called by the Setters. They have none left. And this is quite a change of events here. AIC's got to feel confident. 7:50 to go, tied at 26. Setters on a 3rd and 17 at their own 5-yard line. Pace University Athletics would like to thank all of its corporate partners, including Alan J. Flood, and the Philadelphia Insurance Companies. Want to thank them. 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's up and in. And what a change of events. 7:39 to go in this one. 33-26 AIC. We'll be back here on the Pace Sports Network. Welcome back here. 7:39 to go in this one. Mike McGinnis, Josiah Darnell on the call. Pace Sports Network, NE10 now. Got his bell rung there, too, a little.
Get out of bounds. Yeah, not even just for the sake of saving yourself from getting hit, but stop the clock, right? You don't want this game to get away from you.
4 coming up. Tight formation, another short hop snap there. Give Jackson and Aiken credit for making that happen. Look out there, a little shove and a hit. Nothing called. Gain of 3 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and a critical 1 here for the Setters with under 7 minutes to go.
Yeah, it's getting gritty. It's getting gritty. This
from behind. Gains about 2 on the play. So a methodical approach here by the Setters. They're not trying to make it all happen in one shot here.
Right.
They also have to be mindful of giving the ball back to AIC with 3 timeouts left.
Right, exactly. All of those you have to keep into consideration if you're the Setters.
A lot of things going in sync to this drive. That is a gain of 2 officially on the play, so 2nd and 8. 2 receivers to each side.
Empty backfield.
Empty backfield as well. Short hop. Look out, zips it over the middle, just a little too much on that one.
Yeah. Good
and
read.
McCormick had some room, and there was a hold, I think.
Yeah.
This is a play, but that's not, I don't even think that's that's a fumble, but I think that's going to get called back anyway. Jackie Chen must love this.
If I'm Jackie Chen, I'm putting that on my highlight reel.
Don't let this get called back, but it will be.
I am putting that on the highlight reel.
That's in the area of a hold.
Yeah, but you saw it. Yep.
Yeah, so we'll see here. AIC's got the choice. Do they want to decline or put the yardage on here? Well, now they're getting together. Maybe they're saying, well, we've let AIC get away with a lot of holding calls.
They'd have. Right. That one was
so
right.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Sorry if I'm thinking out loud, but you've called it a million times here tonight.
Yep.
So we'll see.
And I do believe there's 2 different penalties on the play.
So is it offset and it's a free play?
Right. I'm not sure what the second one is.
Oh, boy, I don't know.
Yeah, first one's definitely holding. Second one, I'm not sure.
I think with the rate the penalties have been in this game, we need to get a sponsor for it or something. Right? I don't know. Just trying to help out Jim Sheehan here.
Yeah.
As much as I can. So let's see here. Oh, there's a lot of litigation going on here. And now Coach Rondo.
Oh.
Okay, so it is a hold, and they backed them up here. So the Setters will now face a 3rd and 18. Certainly not ideal with 4:58 to go, trailing 33-26 and no timeouts. That's the other big thing.
Yeah.
So Setters have the ball on the nose of the footballs on the 41-yard line, or I'd say a long 18 on this one.
And you have to be smart here. You have to be smart here.
So we'll see. Low snap. Pocket collapses. Aiken takes off. Trying to find some room.
Wow.
And, boy, did he get very close to a first down and might have brought up a 4th down and manageable.
Yeah. And
I think they have to go for it.
Yeah. I was getting ready to say, but you know what? It also
going to take the punt unit out.
Depends on how much you trust your defense right now with Rondo. I think Coach Rondo, and I think that's what it is. Try to pin them as deep as you can. Right, that way you put them in bad field position and force them to make a drive. But
Timeout, AIC, maybe?
Yeah.
For American International College.
Yeah, they're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
4:04 to go. And you know what? Pace may talk about it.
Yes.
And 4th and 4,
Timeout is called
I think it's worth considering.
I think you got to think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see here as they get everybody together out there.
If
It's
it's
be
me,
interesting.
I'm trying to get a one-on-one matchup with one of my receivers at either side of the field. If it's not Ramir,
So you're going to go for it here.
you know what? I think I would.
I
think
would
I
too.
would. I would load up one side of the field, try to either get a trips formation, have one isolated on either backside, and let them do a one-on-one. Work a one-on-one route, either a slant, out, hitch, whatever the case is. Something high percentage that you give yourself a chance.
The flip side of it, Coach Rondo, the master of the
Man, what a game.
Mild, takes it himself, and he gets swallowed up there, lost the yard, I think.
Just one more. Just one more play. Get one more stop. Get the ball back to your offense is what you need. Get one more stop.
Well, AIC, what do they do here? I think they're going to throw one downfield. I think they are willing to take that risk. They've had so much success here in the past 15 minutes.
Yeah. And
Pace needs the biggest stop
yes.
that they've needed all season.
Yes.
It's a fine line between 1-1 and 0-2.
Oh, yeah.
In
Oh,
a
yeah.
10-game season, so
Trust and believe.
this could be a big, big play right here.
Especially with them with the next stretch of games that they have.
3rd and 8 coming up here. Very close to the ball. Setter's got to back off here a little.
Right.
They might have been bailed out by a timeout because as far as I could see by the eye test there, Pierce Tuttle was very close to the ball.
AIC 33.
So 33-26. High drama here.
Yeah.
With 2:27 to go. And the Setter's down by a score.
And you hear it.
Yeah,
Number
yeah.
one, Nazir Givens.
Givens
He's
really giving it to them on the sideline here. I can hear him from all the way up here with a capacity crowd.
Yep. And he's rightfully so. This is it. Game is on the line. We got to make a stop. That's what he's telling them. We have to make a stop. Give the ball back to our offense.
3rd and 8, 2:27 to go. Ball is placed at the 47 of the Yellow Jackets. They have a 33-26 lead. Setters, no timeouts. Very little room for error. DeMild, he's going to step back, take a shot down the field. That was very close to being a pass interference.
It was.
Anthony Holmes, the defender. And boy, did you know what? The Setters have not been given any breaks on the hold calls against AIC.
Right.
So one good turn deserves another. And the Setters, well, here it is. Tan Davis back. AIC's special teams unit have been no sure thing.
Right. But in that same vein, I would tell the Setters to be disciplined, force the kick, right? Every time you see that runner coming up and hitting those up backs in the backfield.
Well, they got to watch out right here. They almost went offside right there. Look out for the block. No roughing the kicker.
Good. They got out the way.
Wow, and that was a nice kick. All things considered, that's going to roll out around the 14. Boy, the Setters were close to jumping offside, almost got a running into the kicker call. And Setters will set up less than ideal field position once again. 13-yard line. They need 87 with no timeouts and 2:15 to go. Certainly doable.
Yes.
But, we're going to see how this goes here. And the refs, are going to have some factor in it. They've allowed a lot of stuff to go on downfield, so pass interference is no sure thing.
Right, exactly.
Trips formation, bottom of your screen. Aiken to his right there. Tan Davis up top, double team. Look out, has some time, throws one down the field. Tan Davis, a jump ball, almost intercepted. And that's that secondary. Xavier Torres was the secondary defender, and he had a good shot at that one. They were anticipating that one happening.
He was playing over the top, right? Cornerback was playing on everything that's underneath. Torres is playing everything that's over the top. If you want to fit that ball in there, give him a chance, right? Give him a chance.
Let's see what.
But I wouldn't take
here.
that. I understand the aggressiveness. I wouldn't take it though. right? If it's first down, make the most out of that play, right?
Here we go. Low snap again. Looking around, has some time. Pass complete. Over the middle, inbounds. Ramir Tan Davis, a gain of 19 on the play unofficially. They have to stop the clock to spot the ball, but there is a flag in the backfield maybe for a late hit on Aiken. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. You called it.
Yeah,
yep, that's
and that
what it
is a bad penalty.
Bad penalty.
Now you just made that a 30-plus yard
yeah.
gain.
Yeah.
Not trying to do the math right off the top of my head. That's a 34-yard play.
Right.
And boy, AIC, once again, this is a tale of follies.
Right.
And AIC just gave up a huge penalty right there.
Yeah. Man, this brings me back to the New Haven game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Went down to the wire with this one when we played up there in Connecticut.
Here we go. Fresh set of downs near the half midfield. And
there you
there's
go.
a pass to Dolan.
There you go.
And I'll tell you, he was tackled up high.
Yeah.
Close to being a face mask. I don't know. That's just from my eye view. Second and short here. Gain of 8 on the play. They got to hurry it up here.
Yeah, but those are the throws that you want. You know, keep matriculating the ball down the field. Dink and dunk. Continue to gain progress. Make the most out of your plays. Make this a great drive. Don't make any decisions you don't need to.
Second and 8 on the 44. Pass almost picked off.
Right.
Boy, they had that well read.
Exactly.
Rojas Portilla was waiting for that one.
Yeah.
And Aiken got away with one there.
They're playing underneath. Right, that was a little bit too deep of a route that you're trying to thread that needle in. The more he comes inside, the longer you hold on to the football, the better chance that they have to cover in that ground.
3rd and 1 on the 44 of AIC. Setters trail this 33-26 with 92 seconds to go, and they're going to wind the clock here and start it.
Yeah, if I'm the Setters, attack the outsides, right? A lot of their passes this drive has been towards the middle of the field. Hit those outside markers, comebacks, deep outs, short outs, whatever it is.
They're showing
yeah.
1-1 there with Tan Davis.
Oh, yeah, you love it.
So, but look out, going to take off here. A lot of room for Aiken. That's
First
not
down.
a terrible call there.
No, it's not.
You took off a lot of chunk of yardage. AIC might have got caught up in the moment there.
Yeah.
They still had to prevent the first down. And that's a healthy gain there for Aiken. And it softens up the underneath.
Yeah, they got to respect it, right? They got to respect
First and
that.
10 on the 34 for the Setters. They're trying to get in range here. Low snap again. Nicely played there.
Oh, get out of bounds.
Dolan made a nice catch. Gained 5 on the play, but he stayed in bounds.
Yeah, get out of bounds.
That was a miscue there.
Yeah, I understand you trying to make a play, and
Now you're
I
going to
love
have to
that.
force a spike of the
Right,
football
get out
here.
of bounds. Right, this is situational
That just
football.
wasted a down.
Yeah,
but
this is situational football.
3rd and 5 for the Setters.
Get out of bounds. Get out of bounds.
Ball is placed at the 29-yard line. They need to get to the 24 for the first down. More importantly, 55.8 seconds left, no timeouts. Setters trail by a touchdown, 33-26. Mike McGinnis, Saya Darnell on the call. Trips formation, bottom of your screen to the left of Aiken. Aiken's going to take off here. He has no timeouts. Finding some room there. Has some room. Has some space. He's going to go down inside the 10 and out of bounds. What a beautiful play by Carlton Aiken.
Yeah.
I think he took a peek, saw, well, I might not get in the end zone, but I can get out of bounds, and that's as good as a timeout.
Making that play happen with his legs, right? He hasn't been doing much of that this game, so the fact that he's using it to his advantage now is beautiful, right?
1st and goal on a gain of 23 on the play for Carlton Aiken, and it's 33-26 AIC, and the Setters trying to tie this one up here. They can get closer, punching it in for a touchdown, and they got plenty of time.
Be smart. Be smart. Just run the football.
Trips formation, top of your screen. He looks around, throws it over the middle. Pass deflected out of bounds off of 2 different defenders for AIC. That was a tense moment there, and it's 2nd and goal.
He is double covered. You cannot try to throw that slant with a condensed field in double coverage, right? You are there, right there at the what
6. 6-yard line.
Run the football. Run the football.
Yeah, they're going to give you a cushion up top. They've shown you that.
Right.
So we'll see what they do here.
Right in that needle in double coverage, ill-advised.
2nd and goal. They're doubling up. Tan Davis on the bottom of your screen, left side. He's still looking left. He goes touchdown.
Wow, that's touchdown. That's a touchdown.
Tan Davis.
That's a touchdown. Yes, that is a touchdown. Yes, that is a touchdown.
He did a great job of keeping his feet in.
Yeah.
Ramir Tan Davis with the touchdown. I'm sorry, I kind of got distracted. A cameraman got absolutely destroyed down there, and he's shaken up. More importantly, the Setters are a PAT away from tying this game, but that's a big if.
Right, this is important. Right, this is important. Yeah, that cameraman, he got it.
Boy, I had to kind of hesitate. Ramir Tan Davis, a 6-yard corral in for a touchdown.
Yeah. Love the finish, man. 1 foot in, that's all you need in college football. Beautiful.
Nice toe drag tapping on that one. Almost offside, AIC. Kick on the way, and you can count it. 38.6 left. We are tied in a barn burner here.
Yeah.
33-all. What a wild game here. Certainly getting your money's worth. If you are watching this live or online,
oh, yeah,
we welcome you.
Most definitely, man. This is football. You love it. You love to see it. You love to have it back. And why not have overtime for the first game here in 2 years?
That would be
right?
fitting. This is ebb and flow of this game.
Oh, yeah.
Has been completely wild.
Man, that was beautiful. Man, you got to love the concentration right there from Ramir Tan Davis. You also got to love Carlton staying in the pocket, stepping up, and delivering a strike right there outside the end zone.
33-all, 38.6 left. Mike McGinnis, Josiah Darnell on the call. The fans are loving it here. This is a wild game. Back and forth. And don't forget, Jason DeMille still has the ball here.
Yeah.
With 38.6 left, and I believe 1 timeout in his pocket. Here we go. And it's Smith and Kobe Miranda on the kickoff here. Franchino is going to kick this one away.
Number 7, Tommy Smith.
Smith and Miranda back there. Here we go. End over end kick. Smith catches it. Well, he's going to go straight ahead this time. Has some room. Oh, he was hit. Almost lost the ball there. Nice hit. And he stopped at the 30. Decent return there. And DeMille. Again, AIC's kicking game is a house of cards here.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you get from them. I mean, are you just gunning for the end zone or as close to it as possible? I don't know what you do here if you're AIC. Let's see what happens. DeMille comes out. This is a tie game with 32.8 seconds left at 33. We've seen a little bit of everything in this one. Look out, DeMille gunning it downfield. He's got a wide open receiver and a lot of yardage. And they're immediately at field goal range.
Wow.
And once again, the Yellow Jackets hit pay dirt with Jackson Ramsey, who's had a huge second half.
And that's the 3rd time they're able to sneak.
They snap it down here, so they must really believe their kicker can make a long-range field goal here. 22.7 left. I mean, they still have a couple shots at it here.
10 at the 27-yard line of the set.
DeMille, boy, he had that one well drawn up there.
Yeah.
With Jackson Ramsey, who's gashed the Setters secondary in the second half. No question about it. DeMille, tight formation, top of your screen. Man in motion is Miranda. And he rolls to the right side, going for the end zone. And he pushed off, touchdown. But that was a push off, McGuire.
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
There's a flag down, though.
Flag is on the field.
But there was a push off on the end zone. I'll tell you, I don't know about that one. He pushed off the defender.
He did.
I mean, that was a clear push off.
once that extension of the arm, once you fully extend the arm, that's what you label as a push-off.
And that
Let's
was
see
a
what the call
push-off.
is.
That was a clear push-off.
Wow.
Personal foul,
Oh,
roughing
wow.
on the defense.
Wow.
Touchdown is good.
And the touchdown is good. Wow, AIC strikes in 15 seconds,
Yeah.
albeit, let's face it, controversially. That was a clear push-off, Josiah. I don't know what else to call that, but they're going to let it stand.
Yeah, and you know what? That's what happens when you let teams linger, and also when you leave the game in the hands of the referees. Right? You may not always get the call you want, but wow, what a shot!
Kick on the way, and it is good. So it's 40-33, 17.9 left.
17.9 seconds remaining in the ballgame.
Wow, I'll tell you, two massive throws by Jason DeMille.
Yeah.
And he has got to be the hero of the game so far.
Right, you got to respect his toughness.
Him and Jackson Ramsey really have put on quite the clinic here the last 20 minutes or so of this game, and it's chased some people away out of their seats.
You see,
there is no doubt about that.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with 17.9 left and the Setters with no timeouts, trailing this one 40-33. 34 second-half points by AIC. That is remarkable. And if you were to tell a Setters fan, well, you know, you guys put up 21 in the second half, you would have said, great, we won the game, and that's it.
Right.
But that has not been the case here.
And they were moving the ball effectively and efficiently, right? They were driving down the field, getting the throws they wanted, being able to get the running game going. But, you know, they just took their foot off the gas. AIC gave the life. AIC took the life that they gave them, and you see what happens here. This is the result.
And then they get the 15 yards, so they're up to the 50-yard line, taunting on the other side.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, it's AIC. They have their own fans here.
Yeah.
So that's what it is there. So I don't want to misrepresent that. My apologies. Here's a kickoff. This is going to go out for the touchback. Well, a couple two heaves here maybe for Aiken.
Yeah, you got to take these shots.
And that's it. And, boy, what a change of events here for the Setters in a wild game. 40-33, AIC leads it with 17.9 left.
Just when you thought it was heading into overtime, right?
Right.
Just when
you know what? I said DeMille had a lot of time.
You did.
It was more about if he was confident in his kicking a game.
Yes.
But I have to admit that's a clear push off on the touchdown. There's no other way to put that.
Right.
And that's on the refs. And, you know, they're low snap again. Aiken's going to have to heave this one. He throws it short down the middle. That might have not been the worst result in the world. He stops the clock because even if he catches it there, that's going to be 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Aiken's going to have to throw one down the sideline.
That's exactly what he needs.
Yeah, it's interesting. See what they come up with here. As they're playing back. They're playing center field here for AIC.
Right, there's nobody on the slot receivers. Get it to them.
They're going to throw back right over the middle again. That might run out the clock, though. They got to get out of bounds.
Yeah,
I know that's the game right there.
He tried to make a play. He tried to make a play. Oh, we got a timeout. But he tried to make a play. No, you did what you were supposed to do. Run straight for the sideline because you give yourself two more chances to get plays rather than one, which I think that's all they have after this.
It'll be first down and 10 for the
timeout
44-yard line.
For the Setters here.
Get out of bounds. That's all you need.
44-yard line, so it's a Hail Mary heave here.
Yeah.
All hands on deck in that end zone.
Right. We know what's coming.
Now, if I'm the Setters, I think I can do whatever I want if you let a touchdown go on the other side that was a clear push-off.
Right.
I think it's just going to be a street fight down there. Let's see what they do here. Yeah, they're just sending everybody back.
Yep.
And here we go. This is the game here.
Yep.
Aiken Sets back. Oh, he's got the rush. He's going to have to roll out. Throws a Hail Mary there in the end zone. This is going to get picked. And that'll do it. AIC wins it 40-33. For Mike McGinnis, Josiah Darnell, everybody here at Pace University, your final score.